Hello, 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 you beautiful people. I've had a haircut, it's bloody hot, and we're live here today. How are we, gang? I've missed you the last couple of days. Are we good? I hope that we're good. Carter Arda subbed while I wasn't online saying, redeem this while watching the VODs. Can we get a look at Archie Gray? Chat, remind me later to look at Archie Gray for Carter, please, because I will probably forget. Oh my word, it's been bloody hot lately. I went to a farm on Tuesday. That was fun. A bird shit on me twice. So, you know, there was a solid... They say that's good luck, right? So I bought a scratch card. Didn't win anything on it. Next day, cracked an egg and got 2 yolks out of it. Yeah, I didn't buy another scratch card. You know, apparently I'm lucky when I need to be lucky and unlucky when I'm unlucky, I guess. It was the same bird twice. It was like... how much do we want to go into detail about bird shit to start today's stream? That's what you've got to ask yourself. That's what you've got to ask yourself today. How are we? You have to pay in some cultures for that. Christ on a bendy bus. What an opening topic for today's stream. Gang, how are we? How are we? I was at a farm. I was stood under a tree, and there was lots of like blossom and bits, you know, falling off the trees because it's that time of year in England. And some stuff fell on me, but I thought, oh, it's just a stick that's landed on me because it hit me like 1-2, like back to back. I was like, it's just a twig or something. Looked down, there was stuff falling down. Didn't think about it. Then walked 10 minutes later. I was like, what's that on your back? And it wasn't subtle. Unfortunately, you know, I was only walking around for 10 minutes with it on my back, and it didn't go in my hair. So maybe that's the positive. It's 16 and wet in roads today. Oh, I tell you what. It's currently 27 degrees outside. In this room, it's at least 30. I would open my window, but then, like, you get a bit of a draft and the door will blow open, but also people hear me screaming about Cliff Garcia, and I'm not sure I'm willing to subject people to that. Ah, did what shear you like a sheep? No, I did go to a professional hairdresser's. I did. Palmer, how are you, mate? Is it MFL time? Not right now, mate, I'm afraid to say. I'm sorry. It's not. Maybe MFL time a little bit later. Chat, I'll be honest, I don't know how long I'm going to be live for today because this room gets very, very hot. I wish I could show you this. Below the camera, there is a fan that I have plugged in to cool down the camera if it starts to overheat, because that has happened before. So we might have to activate the emergency fan. Have I considered an aircon unit in my room? I have one, Marcus. The issue is aircon units, very loud. I have one. I could wheel it into shot chat. That's the top of the aircon unit. It's perfectly out. Look at that. It perfectly moves out of shot there. Also, I've now released the Squid Game balloon that's just been living in my room. Where are we putting it? It's going to blow in from behind me at some point. Yeah, aircon is great, but it's quite noisy. It doesn't really work, I'll be honest. So what I will do when it's like hotter than it is now is I leave the aircon running for like an hour before I stream or do videos. But to be honest, this room, this house that I live in right now is pretty good for ventilation when all the doors are open. Like, you get a really good draft through the house because it's all open plan. Like, the whole house is kind of crazily open. And you get, like, really, really powerful drafts, which is lovely because it's great for airflow. But when you're in a room and the doors need to be shut and stuff, there is no airflow and it gets very hot. Watching you get a heat stroke in real time would make it interesting. Would it, though? I mean, probably. And yes, Starkey, there is a farm in London. It's called, is it Muddale Farm? It's where we went. It's free to enter. If you're ever around the Canary Wharf area, it's only one stop in the DLR. You could probably walk it, to be fair. There's a really nice park next door. And then there's a free to enter farm. It's like £1.50 if you just want to have some feed and feed some sheep and stuff. So if you're looking for cheap date ideas in for London and you don't mind the jeopardy of a bird crapping on you, I recommend it. It's very, very good. Someone just did something, chat. The Freeman Ben just subbed. Why did that not appear in my feed? Ben? Oh, there we go. I found it now. Ben, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate you, mate. Friend of the channel. Mudshoot Farm. What did I say? Muddale Farm. Where is Muddale? It sounds like a real place. For the record, in Malaysia, it's okay to refer to given names, and it's common in sport to do that. That's good to know, Flo. I have already recorded tomorrow's Journey Manager episode, and I ended up nicknaming all the players to remove... I basically went with their nicknames as they are... Well, no, sorry, their names as they are on sites like Transfer Market and Soccerway, which I think pretty much simplifies all the Malaysian names down to first name, last name. Also, I realise in saying all of this, spoilers for where the next Journey Manager club is, if you've not watched the video yet. If you haven't watched it, the first 2 minutes has been spoiled of the video. There's still like 18 minutes of stuff that you don't know about. But I've learned the intricacies of Malaysian naming, bloody mental. Mudsdale's a Pokemon. You know what? That's where I've pulled it from. I think that's where I've pulled it from. Have I ever been to the Nep Estate in West Sussex? I don't think I have. I'll add it to the places I should take walk sometime. But yeah, the Malaysian name stuff is very confusing. Like, to be clear, I understand why Malaysian names work as they are. I think I explained it pretty aptly in the video. And I don't mean to cause offence by butchering any of the names. But when, like, a third of your team has the name Mohammed and everyone has 4, like, separate names, it gets very confusing. I feel like Football Manager should probably, like, in the game, set the shirt, like... Is it weird that the Malaysian researchers don't set all the players to use their shirt names? Because I feel like in other countries they'd probably do that, and I don't really get why. Because there's ways around the issue that Malaysia has. Because in Football Manager you have like first name, last name, then shirt name. And the shirt name is the one that's used on like the tactics screen in the match engine and stuff. I feel like that should just be switched to be the player's name. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe there's a reason. I was concerned that Immigration FC would have some weird-ass rules. I'll be honest, Stuart. First thing I checked was rules. Right, Champo action today. Yeah, you're right, chat. We do have some Champo to do today. I was looking at transfers, chat, recapping to myself, like, who did I sign for the first team last stream? I've come to the conclusion I didn't sign anyone for the first team last stream. I just signed a load of children. But in terms of actual players that I could sign that will improve the first team, I'll be honest, there isn't really that many. I mean, there just isn't. Like, we're in this weird spot where players with 3-star ability aren't good enough. There aren't any players with more ability that we've got scouted. And so I'm just incentivized to just sign a load of youth with the money that we have and hope a few pay off. Archie Gray. Yes, we need to check on Archie Gray. By the way, Carter. So Carter subbed whilst the VODs were happening to ask about Archie Gray. In this universe, he plays for Man City. 92 million. Of course, in this universe, he never went to Tottenham. 92 mil. He is, I'll be honest, Archie Gray, very good in Football Manager this year, isn't he? Obviously, next year he's going to have centre-back added as a position, and it'll mean he can't be as good because Football Manager's going to do Football Manager. But he ain't too shabby. Oh my word, chat is very hot today. I should have put ice in my bottle. I've made an error. I ran out of ice cream as well today. Danjo Harris, mate. So great they named him 3 times. Thank you for the prime. 2 months of it as well. Appreciate you, mate. What is my favourite division to manage in? I don't know if I have a favourite, if I'm honest, Marcus. I feel like there's not that much to differentiate divisions. I'd say there's certain divisions I dislike. But I don't know if there's any I'd say, like, I like more than others. Right, I forgot, chat. I got all the way to the start of the Champions League and then stopped so that we were fresh as a daisy for the intro-y, segmenty bit, you know, for the YouTube watchers of the seasonal recaps. What ice cream did I run out of? Soleros. Soleros are just the most refreshing ice cream, chat. Can we agree on that? Just to be clear, I classify the ice lollies and ice creams as one and the same. Like, Soleros are just refreshing. My lips are like, I'm thinking about the taste of a Solero and like I'm frothing. That's a lot of wordage, isn't it? That's a lot of wordage. Put your bottle in the freezer for a couple of hours. I mean, I could do that. I'll do that next time. Soleros are the Messi of ice cream, true. The real GOAT. I feel like Magnums are like the Ronaldo of ice cream. Some people think they're the GOAT, but they're just wrong. That's my take on ice cream. Malaysian here, can confirm it's not offensive to have your given name on the shirt. That is good to know, Alex. I actually asked, I've asked people here. I actually asked some friends that are from that part of the world as well about the naming stuff. In Football Manager, for any Malaysian viewers watching, would it make more sense for Football Manager to update the shirt names in game? Because in Football Manager, you can actually set like the researchers can set like first name, last name, shirt name as like a separate thing. But for all the Malaysian players, they've not been given a custom shirt name, so it just pulls what is considered their last name, which is their father's name, and puts it on the back of the shirt. It'd probably be a lot of work for the Malaysian researchers to do, but in my mind, they should just update all the shirt names to be the players' names, or at least the names they go by. Maybe there's a reason they can't do that, and I just don't know about it. Calippo shared the most refreshing of all the ice creams. Calippo. See, the issue with Calippos is... Oh, my lips are going funny. Think about this. I love a Calippo, but the paper edge gets all wet. Do you know what I mean? Like, when it melts around the edge, the paper on a Calypso, like, it gets all wet and like, and it can get stuck to your lip, and it's just a bit soggy paper texture in your mouth. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about how much I dislike that feeling. Maybe I'm weird. I don't like it. Chet Gray, we already did Gibraltar, don't you worry. You're not supposed to suck on paper, but you can unintentionally get a bit, you know? Oh, no, chat, I don't. It's not for me. It's not for me. Howdy, Jack. What's your Leafs prediction for the night? Leafs in 6! I hope. I actually can't watch Game 7, chat, if it comes to it. Maybe that will be a good luck thing or something. Well, I hope the Leafs bottle it, chat. If the Leafs bottle it from 3-0 up, there are no streams next week. I will be having a week of mourning. That's what will happen. Just so you all know. Just briefing out. The Leafs bottle it from 3-0 up. No stream next week, and I'm not even joking. I think I know some of you think you wouldn't actually do. No, I will. And if that doesn't get you on the Leafs side, then nothing will. The Andy, dude, thank you for the 12. Thank you for the YouTube series and streams. Appreciate your hard work 20 times. Dude, appreciate that. Thank you so much for a whole year of being a Tier 1 channel member. I say channel member. You're on Twitch. As a Twitch sub. They should really just unify the names, shouldn't they? But thank you, mate. That's very, very kind of you. Will there be a stream tomorrow if it goes free? I think tomorrow, chat, I'll be doing a shorter stream from like 1 o'clock. And it will have to be a shorter stream because I'm away for the weekend. I say I'm away for the weekend. I've just got people over and doing stuff because it's a bank holiday weekend and the weather's nice. So I've got to dash off the stream before like 3 o'clock. And I don't want to stream from midday because then it cannibalizes the YouTube video. It's a bloody nightmare. But yeah, if the Leafs bottle it, chat, literally no streams next week. I'm not even joking. As God is my witness, if the Leafs bottle it from 3-0 up against the Sens, I will not stream for a week in mourning. There'll be a period of mourning, and I'm not joking. Like, you have my word. If I vanish next week and you're not a hockey fan, you know what happened. I'm absolutely fine. I'm not worried, chat. I'm not worried, he says, whilst definitely being worried. Right, I've got to enter YouTube mode. I already said I don't know how long I'm going to stream today because it depends on how much I feel like just sweating my arse off, quite literally. So we'll go with the flow. Saturday and Sunday, the weather's crap. Not where I live, it's not. Let me tell you now, it's toasty as hell. Just stream with no pants. Who's saying I've got pants on now? I have got pants on now. Just to be clear. For legal reasons, I am wearing pants. Just to make that absolutely clear. My indong is not out. Okay. This is going to be a weird intro, chat, I've just realised. Right. YouTube mode activated. YouTube, we're back here live. You've heard intro Jack before the intro, and, well, it's season 12, isn't it, here at Apex? Last season, a disappointment of sorts. The way in which we crashed out the Champions League was sad, but we're going to run it back this year, kicking things off with a starter. Now, normally at this point in the stream, I do a little squad rundown where I go, here's all the new players for the new year. Issue this year is, I've not actually signed any new first-team players. I had a transfer budget of £45 million. I've bought no one of first-team significance. I say that. Maybe that's a little bit of a lie. Someone like Jefferson Real P could maybe come into the team. But in terms of the starting 11, there is no changes here. In fact, there is no changes whatsoever. Cole Palmer, I will say now, has got injured for 3 to 4 months. Slightly suboptimal. So Latifi, who was our backup last year, is going to come in. But in terms of the rest of the team, we're running it back. Of course, Shepherd no longer here at right back. It does mean that Uatara, who started to play more and more last year, is going to step into the team. He's going to play on the right-hand side of our defence, the 18-year-old. But literally besides that, it is the exact same starting 11. On the bench, there's one other youngster to maybe mention in Jonot Alogo. I have spent £2 million on this man from Grenoble. He was playing in the 3rd tier of France, then the 2nd tier. And to be honest, he looks like he could be a really good attacking midfielder. I want to give him some game time to hopefully develop, but he's probably not going to be making a splash in the first team right away. Is there anything else I need to talk about, chat? Is there anything else? I think that is literally the extent of it. Really, we've not changed anything for this year, which I wish I could. Oh, I know what I can include. Editor Harrison, include this bit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, chat, you've got £30 million still left to spend. What have you done? Well, I've spent it on a load of youngsters. I've spent like £15 million on children for the future. But the honest reality is there's loads of players that I could potentially sign with potential. But in terms of players with more than 3-star ability, there just aren't any. And, well, with our team in its current position, we've got loads of players kind of or better of the quality of players I can sign. And a load of these players have a lot of potential. So rather than kind of sign players for the sake of it, I'd rather just give a load of youngsters a chance to hopefully develop. You might notice there are a couple of youngsters that I hoarded in as part of my transfer spending spree just in the first team. Ignore that. They're just in the first team for training reasons, because I promised for some of them, like Raul here, he was going to be a star player. Naturally, Raul is not going to be a star player. I've just lied to the 15-year-old. He's now joined us at 16, and I'll be honest, he looks cack. It's a good job I only spent £1.2 million on him. Ah, there we go. Perfect, chat. Wake up. Wake me up, Jono Alogo. Wait, is Alogo's name Jono as well? Chat, our Cameroonians. Jonot and Jacques. Oh, it's beautiful. I didn't even realise that. This ain't quite fun about French names that, like, have a bit of alliteration. I say, yeah, it's kind of alliteration, right? Jack, have you ever had in one of your saves a player being rejected to play for their country because they need to move to a bigger club? I have, yeah. That's been in the game a little while. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. Oh, okay. I think we've done all the intro bits we need to do, haven't we? Right, chat, immediately Champions League qualifiers. Have I mentioned the sell-on clauses? Chat, what clauses did I sell on? Did the sell-on clauses matter for the video? I don't know if... I feel like if I cover every sell-on clause, I think for the YouTube videos, that's not essential information. I know we got some good money for them, but I feel like it's not essential. It's the kind of thing which, if you're watching the streams, it's good to know about. But for the condensed, abridged, you're watching a season in under 2 hours, I think it's okay to miss them out. I'd already sold Bostock last year, hadn't I? Bostock was already on his way out. Our Smogfather redeems the Hydrate. Chat, there might be times where I hydrate without a redemption happening, and I'm sorry. Will I play the Mad Scientist database? No, John. I'm afraid not. Retro databases aren't my thing. Retro databases that predate the year of my birth are really not my thing, I'm afraid to say. Did I miss anything? Just finished the Journeyman episode. Oh, don't... The spoilers. The spoilers. To be fair, the spoilers about the team I'm going to manage aren't that much of a spoiler, but still, chat, let's just be a little bit... I know we're streaming a little later today, but it is only 2:30. You know, the video's been up for 2.5 hours. Normally a video gets about 12,000 views in the first 24 hours. It's got less than 4,000. Well, 4,500. So for 2/3 of people who will watch it haven't seen it yet. But I appreciate the love, SS. What? I never know how to name. SSLYKS. Silks. Or Sly KS. Or I don't know, mate. It's okay. Don't worry about the spoilers. The Shepherd Clause is not worth selling. It's like £2 million. It's just a scam. I will say his valuation dropped a lot in 12 months compared to what it was when he first signed for them. Well, today's first opposition chat today are Astana. The Kazakhstani team have this guy as their key man, and whilst he's good and he is on £8,000, we should be beating them pretty comfortably. In terms of team news, Cole Palmer is the only man unavailable through injury, so this is what will be, until Cole is back in 4 months' time, our strongest 11. It looks good. I'm concerned about AFCON. The more I look at my team and the nationalities that we're building up, the more I realise the African Cup of Nations is going to be a problem. But we will look forward to that problem when it arrives. Uatara's tired, but I think we risk him. We'll bring in Perez at half-time or something. That's my plan. Bobo Star, mate, thank you for the 5 months of the Prime. Appreciate you a lot, dude. Thank you, thank you. Oh, read it like Slicks. Oh, Slicks. Okay, I will try and remember that. We're definitely having this conversation next week, and I'm sorry. This should be straightforward, but we were away for the first leg. Last year we had a little bit of a scare in Europe. I'd like significantly less scares today. It's a packed house, isn't it? The starter. There's lots of fans in attendance. I wonder if more of their fans would turn up if it wasn't us that they were playing. Because it is very empty. Where are our fans? I want to give them something to celebrate. And Dong can't get it to Atara. And Killy wins it. Freitas, lovely touch. Turns. Bang! Over. It wasn't even a good effort, was it really? When is AFCON? I actually don't know. I just choose not to worry about it. Chat, we'll worry about it when it happens. I should plan ahead, but that's... Who plans ahead? That's boring. Be spontaneous. Live a life on the edge, I say. Right, and Killy. To whip it near post. Cabrera can't win it. Tully Burke, not a good clearance. Tunkara, you can bang these, son. Llewellyn scored a load of goals for us in the Champions League qualifiers last year. I'd love him to do it again. And Killy Uatara's free. So's Ndong. Ndong to Uatara. Ndong inside. Okay. Okay, well, that's a finish. Wow. That's mad. That is mad. What do you even say about this finish, by the way? Like, Ndong just pulls the trigger and smashes it in off the crossbar. Like, the keeper has absolutely no chance. Wow, that was actually mad. I can't believe that went in like it did. I was expecting him to smash it over. I mean, half an hour into this game, we have the XG, we have the match momentum, we have the possession. We don't have enough goals for my liking for just how on top we've been in this game. But that, you know what, that could change quickly. You know, there's 15 minutes left of this game if you include a little bit of extra time. Goals can come. Freitas misses it. Falls to NDIA. Oh my word, that's a finish. Is it onside? Is it onside? I think it is. That was weird because I think it wasn't intended for NDIA and it kind of just got to him somehow. This was 100% meant to go to Freitas. And we'll claim he dummied it. He dummied it. 200 IQ play, dummied it. 2-0 up. We're chilling. Where's Dave? I don't know. Where? Dave! Dave, where are you? He's missing, chat. Okay, 2 minutes left of the half, and Killy to whip it in. Cabrera, straight at the keeper. That was actually a chance, I feel like. I don't know if that was the highlight or if there's now going to be more. I want to believe there could be. Season kicks it forward. Utara wins it. I'm definitely taking him off at half-time. He's tired and he's on a booking. He's got an assist in this game, so I feel like the 18-year-old has proven his worth, but it's just not really worth the risk. 2-0 up in the second qualifying round of the Champions League. Of course, we only have 3 qualifying rounds to play through this year because of the coefficient improvements. There's no point in needless risks. Nkili, Tunkara and Dong. It's sensational. Oh, my word. If that's onside, that's such a nice goal. That is such a nice goal if that's onside. It is onside. Oh, my word. I'm in love. Can we discuss this move? And Dong, Nkili, Tunkara, and Dong, little triangles. First time ball, NDIA tucks it away and makes it free. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. All right. Iwatara on a booking. Just not really worth the risk, is it? I'm going to bring in Perez. Elsewhere, you know what? Real P, the 18-year-old we signed from Ecuador, let's give him an appearance in the Champions League in the second half. That left attacking mid position with Cole Palmer out injured is kind of up for grabs. I'd love to give a load of the younger players that can play in that area of the pitch a little bit of a chance to prove themselves and then kind of pick based off form who maybe nails down that spot. I think Latifi's the best on paper, but it's not like clear cut. Right, Perez on off the bench. Not the best of balls. Astana still with it. Switched. Win the ball. Okay, that will do. Okay, to Llewellyn. Anyone else feeling nervous? I feel like I'm fine, actually. I'm trying to add a layer of jeopardy. I feel A-okay. We're playing well in this game. We're 3 goals up. We're chilling. Ball to Freitas. Great little touch. Options in the middle. NDIA's one of them. Eh? I mean, that's one way to get your hat-trick. That's one way. Did it deflect? If it didn't deflect, it's one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen. Part of me thinks it maybe came off a defender. I feel like I saw it move up a little bit after he shot. Oh, it did deflect. Well, you don't worry. We'll cut the shot to be shown from an angle where the deflection isn't clear and it'll just look like an absolute screamer. That is a mad goal for his hat-trick. NDIA did not produce the goods last year as our striker, especially in Europe. And I know it's Astana. I know it's the first qualifying round. Whenever a player gets a hat-trick, you've got to be a little bit happy about that. And Killy, Freitas, Perez, PP. Where are you going, my friend? Options in the middle. PP. And Killy, love that. And Dong, it's done, innit? It's done. It's 5-0. They aren't coming back in this game, in this qualifying round. It is easy as you like. Editor Harrison's well lucky here, Chad. He doesn't even need to include the replay for this goal. And he's not even going to have to worry about the second leg. Harrison, we'll just cut out the second leg. We don't need it in the video. That's such a good finish by Ndong. I feel like I might as well make some more changes here just to kind of give youngsters game time. Alogo, you can come on. Savino, you come on for NDIA because he's already got his hat-trick and he doesn't need to be greedy. Bring on the children. Give them 30 minutes in this game away from home. Like, that is very, very good experience to be able to give them in the Champions League in a relatively kind of low-pressure situation. I'm doing well, thank you, Chuck. Really, really well. Yeah, I do feel like we've played Astana a lot. I mean, watch them get a goal back now after I've just been like, oh, I'm not scared. Okay. That's a little warning shot. It is still 5-0, but that is a little warning. I feel like the quality of finishing for us has just been very, very good in this game. We've had 8 shots on target, 5 goals. Some absolute worldies scored, but it does help you just relax a little bit, doesn't it? The fact I've been able to bring on basically just a load of players in their teen years, just give them game time, kind of gives you an idea of where we're at. Savino, the spineless, who's no longer spineless, is offside. If you missed the revelation last time, he's no longer spineless. He's just got low self-belief. Which in some ways I think sounds worse. But yeah, this is offside. I know it's offside. The lines are just flagged. Give me a skip VAR button in FM26. I beg. I might start a change.org petition to add a skip VAR button. What round is this? This is the second Champions qualifying round. I feel like I'm getting very familiar now with the European qualifying format. The save game's a bit like a refresher for me. A logo inside to Nkilly. Llewellyn. Where are we going? I'd love to see a logo score, by the way. That would be very fun. Real P goes for a shot. It's blocked. Not really sure why he's shooting from there. Llewellyn. Real P. A logo! That was his chance. He was offside. It wouldn't have counted. He was offside anyway. Jack and the Journeyman, well, the Void Strider in India, the ISL isn't in the game, is why the I-League is loaded. There is no the top division of India is not available in Football Manager, sadly. There's nothing I can do about it. Perez, Nkilly, Ndong, cutting inside, going on a mission. Tunkara with it. Real P. Llewellyn. Options in the middle. We want 6. We really want 6. Tunkara and Kelly. Someone just have a shot. Just have a go. I'm encouraging a long shot here. Make it happen. Okay, I shouldn't have encouraged that. That was an issue. I mean, away from home, that is traditionally the harder game in these kind of fixtures. To win 5-0, I think we're good. Editor Harrison, just cut to full time of the next game. This fixture is done. Oh, chat, that is the ideal qualifying round as far as I'm concerned. We can have a nice chilled out chat during the next game because the next game doesn't have any significance. Jack is Real Peace ethnicity incorrectly assigned. I did spot that as well. I think it might be, but it's not actually too egregious, he says. I don't think I'll change it. You can't see it behind my head, I realise. It definitely is incorrect, but it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. Any signings today? Not yet, Paul. We've literally just played our first day. And yes, I have had a haircut. I went to a farm on Tuesday and I saw a load of sheep getting sheared for like the hot weather incoming, and I thought I should follow their lead. I thought to myself, be like a sheep. I wish he wasn't injury prone, but I don't need more centre backs. I don't need more centre backs. Someone taught me out of it. Liam Goodwin's heading back to Canada. That is Atletico Ottawa, just to be clear. He's not going to Atletico Madrid. That would be mental for a guy who is this good. I mean, he's not bad, but he will be released at the end of the year. And Benson is also out on loan. He'll be leaving at the end of his contract as well. I think. Like, I could try and keep him around, but I don't think it's worth it, sadly. How did the other Gibraltar teams do in their first round? Shall we check together? Magpies lost 1-0. God damn it, Magpies. Lincoln won! They won a game! Bizarrely, because Magpies won the Rock Cup, they actually got the Europa League spot for the season instead of Lincoln, who finished second, I think. I think Lincoln finished second last year. Did Lincoln finish second? No, they finished third. Oh, it was Man 62 who finished second. They drew against Randers. At home, you'd like to see them win that. You would like to see them win that. It's not an emphatic start, is it? Dragos here. Oh, he looks quite good. He looks very good. 17 years old. Oh, he is a defo buy, isn't he? He's an absolutely buy every day of the week. If he plays 50 league games, I'll give you an extra mil and 1.5 up front. Okay. How about 1.5 mil if he plays 50 league games? Of course, our league season is only 25 games. So for him to have to cost me that extra 1.5 million, he'd have to play as a starter for 2 seasons, pretty much. The Dragon. I can already see us calling him the Dragon. Great potential. Bit of a shame he's unsporting, but he's got good determination. Physicals are probably his weak spot, but that kind of set of technicals with those mentals, like a playmaker-y player, are very, very nice. And in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not that much money. Bit of a shame I can only offer him a 1-year deal, but que sera. Also, his team's badge is quite cool. Thoughts on that team's badge? I've been doing a lot of graphic design work recently for MFL. I kind of, I might lodge that badge in my brain. That's a cool badge to use as some inspiration. It could do with some modernising, perhaps, but the shape and the concept is cool. Chen, thank you for 6 months with the tier 1. That is a long time. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you so much. Are there any good Gibraltarian prospects? I really wish. I really wish there was. We're still getting bids, by the way, for NDIA, even though he recently signed a new deal. I'm hoping that he's never going to leave. Like, he's agreed to sign a contract at the end of the year, which kicks in June next year. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal, but with a 3-year optional extension. He's such a good goalie. Has his aerial reach gone up to 9, or has it always been 9? I feel like it was 9 at one point. Casper out on loan and Peter out on loan. These players I'm loaning out, I've accidentally hit delay on that one. Not like me to misclick. But these guys here, I think I'm just going to let them leave at the end of their contracts to let the team shrink down a little. I'm unhappy with you, Jack. My very underwhelming MFL team of Lonies' group, your very overwhelming Shebas. Yeah, sorry about that. The Shebas got lots of late additions to their team as well, which I do feel a bit bad about. I mean, if this guy wanted to sign for me, chat, I would throw all the money at him. He's just turned 19. He's so well-rounded. Would it be mental to train him to play centre-back? Would that be a hate crime? I mean, someone trained him to play right mid with 9 passing and 8 flair, so I think not. I think I'd play him at centre-back. I mean, maybe you could just play centre-mid, but I just feel like the 16 jumping reach is a bit of a waste, and I don't know if he has the technicals to be like a box-to-box in terms of his ball-carrying ability. That aggression with that tackling and that jumping reach. I know he lacks in the heading department, but if he jumps for a header, it doesn't matter where the header goes if he's winning a lot of them. I guess you could argue his work rate gets wasted, but his mentals are really good for a centre-back as well, of his age. Maybe a fullback? You know what, chat? Right back might be cooking. It's a bit of a shame that he's got 12 vision and 9 passing. I wish they were the other way around. His name is Ariel. He has to play centre-back. True. He doesn't want to join me, sadly, but he's the kind of player that I think we should just keep on our radar because I do like the look of him a lot. He's a weird player because there's definitely like 3 different roles you could play him in. Like, often with players, if you're going to retrain them in a position, there's like one obvious area. That guy, I think there's like, you could play him at defensive mid, centre-back, or right-back. And there probably isn't a wrong decision. I'd probably, if I was going to develop him, I'd train him at roaming playmaker and not train him in a new position. Then see what attributes develop, and that would probably influence my decision for what position to train him in. if I was going to retrain him. Minty, with the leagues in NFL, I don't think they'll be redrawn from this year onwards. They try and keep for Spark at least, they like to try and keep the league semi-consistent so that you're playing against similar teams each year so you can develop some rivalries. I think. Right, Dragos is joining us, chat. I like the look of him a lot. I like the look of this guy a lot. Could improve a lot. It's 1.5 mil. Potentially another 1.5 if he plays 50 games for us. I think I'm going to train his attacking movement. I think that is the most logical thing to train him in. And also, training him as a shadow striker is quite nice because his vision is already kind of fine, but it will at least help with other aspects of his playmaking game. His physicals need a lot of TLC, and obviously I don't play with a centre mid, so long term, that's a sensible signing. Not training him at any position maxes his potential, so I do DM, but I haven't learned any position after he develops, but he can't play DM yet. He can only play centre, attacking mid, and centre mid. The Argentine guy, he couldn't actually play defensive mid. Which is why I'd probably train him as a roaming playmaker at centre mid and wait and see. The Hairy Human, thank you for the 11, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate all the love chat with all the channel subs. We've been hovering above 600 subs consistently, and I really, really appreciate it. I might have missed it. Do we have new kits this year? We don't this year. I'm afraid to say. Why normal intensity instead of double intensity? Marcus, you love to ask questions, mate, don't you? I love the interactivity. But I feel like I'm being interrogated sometimes. The reason he's not on kind of any more intense is because he's probably just joined a little bit fatigued. Should we do some training praising? We probably should. I've not really done enough of this, I don't think, in recent years. Marcus was a police investigator in a past life. He'd be a bloody good one. How are if you're in England, how are you surviving the heat today? Or is it just not hot up north? Because it is toasty as hell where I am. I got my hair cut this morning at my barber's, and my hairdresser's from Iraq originally. He's a lovely bloke. And he was telling me that he finds it hard. He's like, in England, 25 degrees feels like 45 degrees back home. And I was sat thinking, you know what? At least it's not just me being dramatic then. Ceiling fans. Oh, I feel like it'd make too much noise. You can't hear my fan, can you, chat? I have a fan off to the right, and it's angled in a way where I get the breeze, but it's the microphone in front of me is just out of range and pointing away from it, so I think it works okay. So I do actually get quite a nice breeze, all things considering. I will say, the right half of me gets very warm. But the fan that I have has a silent setting. I actually think it works quite well. It's probably the best solution for the problem at hand. I live near Iraq currently. Try to England occasionally. He's so right. Here we have AC everywhere. Plus it's dry heat. And Europe, no one has AC. Yeah, it's bad. It's intense. I have a little fan, chat, but it's like attached to my camera to blow out the camera. Because in my old house, my camera would overheat mid-video. Let me tell you now, that's annoying. I really want Ariel, chat. I really want Ariel. But he doesn't want to join me. Did I miss something happening with the rep? Those player values look better. Do our values look better? All the players at the top here with high valuations are players that have recently signed. And because of how Football Manager works, their transfer value is like influenced by their price that I paid. In about 6 months' time, they'll all be back to the lower end. To be fair, I think for some players like NDIA, it has actually improved a little bit. Do I rotate a little bit for this game here? I think I probably do. I think in terms of opportunities, I'm going to have to rotate the team in Europe this year. This is probably one of the few chances where I can basically give a load of the youngsters some decent minutes, including Cliff Garcia as well. Cliff Garcia is one of the youngsters as far as I'm concerned. We'll bring in like Duru and Bath and some of the more fringy players as well. Who are the new additions to the squad? Honestly, Johnny, there's a couple of youngsters. There's no new... I think there's a Logo who's a new centre attacking mid and Real P who's an Ecuadorian left winger. I think in terms of new signings in the first team, they're the only two who will come close to the first team this year, at least so far. And neither of them will ordinarily be a starter. Jackson Zero's interesting low. Maybe do an optional future fee. It's just not worth it. Because he probably won't accept the optional future fee anyway. Like, I'd rather do... There's no point in me signing him with an optional future fee if there's even a chance he'll turn it down. Because all he's going to do is rob minutes off my youngsters that I own. That I should be giving minutes to. I take the point. It's not really worth the hit it has on my players that I own. That I'm trying to develop. Plus, he can only play centre mid and centre attacking mid, and he's not going to play my team at centre attacking mid. Not sure if you get these players that deep into your save. I have had a look at Belgium amateurs in the past, Alexander. We've signed a fair few Dutch amateurs and the odd Belgium one, but we're a bit beyond that point in the save game now. Lovely goal by Savino, by the way. We love that. I don't think Real P got the assist. I think he got tackled and it fell to the striker, but it's working. Having won the first leg 5-0, like Editor Harrison could just cut this game down and it could just be me at the end go, wow, we won! Are we staying live till the MFL games are all done tonight? I don't think so. Part of me wants to stream like a MFL game week, but I might do it later on in the season when I have some big games. And I kind of know the expectations. I've got to record chat Monday's Journey Manager video tonight. I already recorded tomorrow's Journey Manager video, but I've got to record Monday's because it's the bank holiday and I'm going to be busy over the weekend. And I won't have time to record tomorrow. Oh, I thought he was going to score. I love my job for the flexibility it provides, but there's times where I have to really like methodically plan when I'm going to pre-record stuff because, like, I'll probably try and take the bank holiday Monday off. Oh, my word, that's a banger. But obviously, people are home on those days, so they're the better days to have videos go up. Tunkara's picked up a knock. Let's be sensible. Mason Groves, on you come. How do I feel about the Barca Inter game? Oh, just classic Champions League open game. Loved it. A fun game to watch. I'm watching Miami on Sunday. I'm going to try to. I might have to catch it on tape, chat. I think I'm going to be able to watch quali, the sprint race, and sprint quali tomorrow. Sunday's a weird one. Because I've got like friends and family visiting and stuff with it. Because it's, for people who don't know, in the UK, next Monday's like a bank holiday, like a national day off. Is it called a bank holiday everywhere in the world? I'm not sure. What do you call it in your country? It's not really a national holiday in like the typical sense, because it's just May Day. It's just the first Monday in May is like a national day off in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in other parts of the world. I assume it probably is beyond the UK. But, yeah, because of that, I'm going to try and pre-record a bit so I can have the Monday off and spend time with people I care about who have also got that day off work. Joe, was it the Leafs lose tonight? Well, I can't watch the game. I can't watch Game 7 on Sunday. It's Sunday morning for me. Saturday night in Credibad. I have already publicly said, chat, and I really do mean this, so I want to emphasise this. If the Leafs choke the series against the Sens and lose in 7, there is no streams next week. Like, I will be having a week of mourning. If the Leafs bottle a 3-0 lead in a playoff series against the Senators, like, there is no streams next week. I got criticised when I streamed the day that the Queen died, like a few hours later. This is the equivalent of the Queen dying to me. I don't mean to be dramatic, but it is. I'll be entering a period of mourning. So if that doesn't make you a Leafs fan, nothing will. Okay, well, second leg in the bag, 2-1 win. Not as convincing as the first, but we didn't really need to. We rotated the team a lot, played the children. 7-1 on aggregate's good enough for me. It's a public holiday in Australia, a federal holiday in the US. Oh, is it Labour Day for some people? There you go, chat. We're learning. How's the coefficient? We are the 32nd best country in Europe. Behind Sweden. £85,000 for winning that. We've been drawn against Maribor in the next round. Slovenian team, their best player is Marcel Lorber, who is actually quite good. Like, he is not bad. I kind of want to have a little flick through the rest of their team now just to find out what I'm getting myself into. Horvat doesn't look awful. Anej, not as intimidated. They look like they have a little bit of quality. I think on paper we're better, but it's probably not going to be as much of a walkover. Did Lincoln make it through? Well, I won't know until they play their game, which is today. Would you go to the Stanley Cup if the Leafs make it? Do you think, chat, do you think it's possible for me to get Stanley Cup tickets? Like, if someone knows someone who works like a Toronto sponsor and can get me tickets that aren't going to cost me thousands of dollars, I will pay for the flights and accommodation myself to be there. Which will still be a lot of money. But, yeah, I don't think, funnily enough, I'd be able to get tickets for the Stanley Cup Finals game with the Leafs in it. Not many people are going to sit there thinking, well, not that he's ever going to need to do that in his lifetime, but let me dream. Let me dream, okay? Right, let's check, chat. Did any of the other Gibraltarian teams make it through a round? Magpies, you're up first. They bottled it. They lost in the Europa League, then dropped down to the Conference League and lost that. Disappointing. Right, Manchester 62. Also lost and are just out immediately. Chat, all my hopes are on Lincoln. All my hopes are on Lincoln. Oh, they're through! They've got to take on Nordsjælland and they'll probably get battered, but they win a game! I don't actually know if that makes that much of a difference to the coefficient so early on. Where are we here? Oh, wait, did I say 30-second earlier? I meant 20-second. 1.125, come on! If I look at club coefficients, they're going to be right at the bottom, I think. Chat, let me know what number they are when you see them, because I'm definitely going to miss them in this list. I'm looking for Lincoln. I'm never going to spot them here, am I? I'm going to miss them. I've probably already gone past them. I feel like I must have gone past them. Chat, did you see them anywhere? Have you seen Lincoln? feel like I haven't seen them, but maybe I'll sort by nation. Bloody hell, that is, why didn't I think to do that sooner? I passed the IQ test, it just took a while. So Lincoln's coefficient for this year is at 2.5 so far. Oh wait, no, that was last year. Look at how much these cockwombles contribute compared to me. Like, I can't carry them on my own forever. Well, there comes a point where you need help from the other countries. Or from the other clubs. The worst thing is, right, when it comes to your coefficient, the coefficient is like the average score per team. So as exciting as it is that in the future we might hit a point where instead of having 4 teams in Europe, we go up to 5 teams in Europe as a 15th placed nation. The points that we score get divided by 5 instead of 4 at that point. So I have to score even more. That is a problem for future, Jack. We probably don't need to worry about that right now. Did the TV deal get renewed? It gets renewed at the start of next season, so we won't know till then. Oh, chat. Interesting move just appeared. Gabor's going out on loan. PSG have made a loan offer for Walter Villa. Now, Walter here probably has some mad potential and could be a really, really good goalie. But can I say hand on heart I ever think he's going to be as good as NDIA, who is only 4 months older than him? I don't think I can. My thinking here is get a massive sell on. Get a 50% sell on and get a load of, get like 10 million or 5, even like 5 million I'd probably take. Right now, he is my 3rd choice goalkeeper. But like, I've got Safraz here, the 19-year-old. Is Safraz better? I know he's not got... I know the eccentricity kind of skews a little bit, and he's a bit slower and not as good communicatively. But for a player who is like over a year younger, Safraz is just a better option. I think I'll sell him. Newdale is still at the club just because of how the star ratings work. He doesn't appear in my top 4 goalies. Don't worry, Hashemi Newdale is still here. Homegrown at club, homegrown in nation. We love him. All I'm saying is Walter Villa going isn't exactly the end of the world. Also, I forgot, I signed Mauricio de Carlos as well, didn't I? I've already signed more goalies. Hello, hello. Did you post that FAQ, Jack? I didn't, Benny. Is it worth doing an FAQ? Thing is, I'd forget what the frequently asked questions are until they get asked and I get triggered. I think I let Villa go. Villa might develop into a really good goalie, but I don't know if he's ever going to develop for me, and I can't loan him out. And the reason I didn't ask for a loan back is because that interferes with my ability to cash out the sell-on clause. So Safaraz will move to the senior team, but then he'll be available for the under-23s. Then De Carlos, I'm going to make available for the under-19s as their starting goalie. I don't know what to do with Juan Dirk here. Is Juan Dirk going to play over Safaraz? Surely not. I'd like to believe that my staff have the common sense to pick Safaraz as the starter in the under-23s. Oh, we got an early F. I love when chat's writing F and I can see the fact they're writing F. We'll see when we come back. YouTube, are we back? Earth to YouTube. YouTube, are we back? I'll just stretch while I wait. We're back on YouTube. Twitch will reconnect in 5 seconds. It's the heat, chat. It's too hot. I'm sticking to my chair. There's a wet patch on my back. YouTube still. Twitch still hasn't reconnected. We'll wait. Are we back on YouTube? I think we're back. I know that the stream says I'm playing Apex Legends, Benny. YouTube automatically recategorizes the stream, and I'm giving up. I don't think the discovery on YouTube works around game categories, at least when it comes to Football Manager. So maybe it's a good idea to just stream in the Apex Legends category. We're back, everyone. We are back. I love it. Do you know what I just Googled? I'm using something called Atom Multistream for multi-streaming. I just searched Atom Multistream random disconnects and got nothing. So, yeah, no idea. Ooh, Champions playoff draw. Show me the draw. Who's the teams? Why are we not in the list? I think we're meant to show up under the seeded teams. I think there's actually a visual bug. Yeah. Okay, so we're a seeded team, so we can only get drawn against Young Boys, KF Tirana, Bodo Glimt or HJK, Ludogorets or Zrinski, Malmo or Shamrock or Hajduk. I don't know who the best draw is there. Whoever we get drawn against here will be our final game en route to the Champions League proper. Assuming, of course, we beat Maribor. The fact that we're now a seeded team is really nice because we can't play any of these teams. And these teams are probably more scary than the teams on the other side. Okay. Malmo have come out. We could get drawn here. That would be kind of nice. Shakhtar got them. Sad. I really wanted them as well. That would have been great for the narrative. I feel like HJK or Bodo Glimt is not easy. But it could be worse. Okay, Slavia Prague. I kind of feel like Young Boys or KF Tirana is better than Hajduk. Hajduk, are you going to come out? Or am I taking on Young Boys? Oh, we've got the Young Boys. Or Tirana. Okay, just for confirmation, yeah. Tirana or Young Boys? I have never heard of Tirana. I couldn't even tell you what country they play in. Okay, it sounds like... I don't even know what country. Albanian. They've done very well to get this far then. To be fair, he's a very, very good centre-back for them. Maybe very, very good's an exaggeration, but I can't help but feel like they're not going to be the team that we play. Like, they've not got a very fleshed-out team. I'm shocked they've made it this far. It's probably going to be Young Boys. He's good, isn't he? Their starting striker's on £40,000. Even their goalies are quite good. That's not a good draw. Like, it's definitely not a guarantee, is it? Although if we lost this game, we would go into the Europa League. Their team's good. I think with my own biases, I'll say we're favourites. But, like, it's the kind of draw where if you lost it, you wouldn't be shocked. If that makes sense. Okay, third qualifying round squad. I can swap a goalie here, can't I? Although Walter Villa's not registered anyway because he's under 21. I don't think there's any changes here, is there? Right, confirm. Bayern make an offer for Keita. Tunkara's got bids. Villa set to join PSG. That 50% sell-on better be worth at least 5 million in 6 months when I decide to sell it. That's the dream. But it's sad to see Walter Villa go, but I can't see him playing much for them anyway. Has Keita already agreed a new contract? He hasn't. He's got 3 years left on his current one. He does want to sign a new deal. Let's nip this in the bud. End the season. New deal. I'm willing to pay him like £6,000 to just sign now. Like, I think I've got to accept that for these good youngsters, like, signing them for less than £10,000 is just a good long-term investment anyway. Like, Cole Palmer and Freitas are on 13 and 12,000. Cabrera and Dong are on kind of 8,000, 7,000. I think that's going to be kind of the new benchmark almost for players going forward. But that's okay. Has Cabrera decided he's happy to stay yet? He has. But, I mean, he only signed a new deal not that long ago. He's one of the players who definitely doesn't need a new deal right now. NDIA's already agreed a deal. Cabrera's got 6 years. Keita, I think contract-wise are okay. I mean, a logo definitely needs... Oh, wait, he's already got a new deal agreed as well. I think we're actually quite on top of contracts right now, which is a rarity for me. I can't trigger the extensions Addons because they've got 3 years on their current deals, and a player can't have the clause it triggered until the total length after the contract's triggered is less than 5 years. Okay, folks. Maribor up next. Maribor are not bad, but I think we can beat them. We know our draw, which is probably going to be against Young Boys, isn't going to be easy. I nearly just played the B team there. That would have been awkward. Let me fix that right now. Ignore the fact this is all bugged out on the left. This is the team we're going to play with. That's a good little 11, isn't it? That is a strong 11. NDIA looked really good on form in his most recent game. Can I praise him for the last game? I'll just praise his conduct, I guess. Probably should have praised him after he got a hat-trick. Let's do this. Maribor. It should be simple. But things, as we've learnt, rarely are. Now, if we beat them, it's probably going to be Young Boys as the final boss between us and the Champions League proper. Which, would it be 3 years in a row if we do it, or 4 years in a row? I think it'd be 4 years in a row we've made the Champions League proper, which would be a pretty good run. I feel like conventionally with this kind of save game, you kind of often have 1 or 2 seasons where you do just flub it. I hope I'm not kind of alluding to a future here. Also, you know what I'm waiting for? You know what I'm waiting for? Show me the roof! Come on! Come on, let's do this. At home, press home an advantage here, win by a few, let me rotate for the second leg. That's the dream, isn't it? Uatara, who has got big pressure on him at right back. That's a crazy ball. And Dong has to do better. Has to do better. We do still have the corner, but these are always just pointless highlights by Football Manager. Please remove them from FM26. Assuming we have an FM26, just to be clear. When do you reckon we'll get confirmation that FM26 is a thing? I hope we get something at some point soon. It'd be nice to know that my livelihood still has a future. Right, Uatara, their fullback pressed out really high there. Oh my word, that's a dodge tackle from behind. I was almost expecting a red card. To be fair, he did actually win the ball, so it wasn't that dodge at all. Oh my word, that's dangerous. So Pancic to Dukaric. Freitas does well. Ndong, counter. Run, my little Ndong. Run! Latifi. Uatara. Bang it. He's a right back. He is a right... You know what? Fair enough, mate. There were question marks about Shepherd leaving the club if we were going to be able to replace him. Yeah, no more questions, Your Honour. I feel like Shepherd has been replaced. That is a mad finish on his weaker foot as well. Have you got a plan for no FM26 coming out? You know what? I will quit YouTube and Twitch and have a cry and probably go back to my old day job. But you know what? Let's remain positive. We're 2-0 up against Maribor. There will be a FFM 26, I really hope. And we're having a party. That's a mad free kick. Fair enough, Freitas. The commentator just says Freitas ... Accurate. Accurate. Praise the players. Maybe you shouldn't have praised there. I think that actually ruined a highlight. Although he still got the ball in. Killy crossed in. Doesn't beat the first man. But there's lots of players in the attack. Tunkara, Cabrera, Latifi, Tunkara, Llewellyn. Inside he goes, Cabrera. This is nice. This is good. More of this. Uatara, options in the middle, cuts inside. And almost had a second. Tunkara corner. Where is the big men? Not there. That's an awful corner, but we've still got it with Llewellyn. And Dong, have a go. Bang! Rebound? No, Latifi can't get there. Isn't Savino better than NDIA? It's very 50-50. NDIA is much better in the air, which I value in a lone striker. There won't be an FM this year for sure. Disagree, Hoxham. We've not seen anything for 6 months, and those fit pictures look faked. I don't think so. Chat, do you want my honest opinion? I think there's a 99% chance of a Football Manager coming out in the next 6 months. Well, by the end of the year. Very confident. I think we'll hear something probably by end of July. I'm sure the marketing team are very busy planning out FM26's marketing campaign. By the way, they are playing with fire, playing it out from the back. Freitas picks it up, and Dong finished that. And Dong is so good. I hope he's onside. I love the fact he finished it, then just kept his run going to the corner flag. 3-0. Goal gonna count. Goal's gonna count. They were playing with fire. And they lost the ball. Tunkara win it well. Freitas. Inside. And Dong. Really, really nice finish to make it 3. Spelky, thank you for the 10 months. Up the piss in Apex. Oh, it wasn't even close, chat. It wasn't even close. Imagine if we get a 4th. It's only 21 minutes in. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. I shouldn't do it. Hope we're not using up all our good finishing in this first leg. I say that. Like, our finishing's been above average, but we're creating so much here. 16 shots in 21 minutes. We're on course to have 64 shots in this game. Like, at the current rate we're going, we could end up with, like, over 70 shots in a game of football. Which, I'm going to be honest, would be a record for me. Maribor aren't even that bad, but they are just subpar in this game here. We're knocking on the door. Freitas. I don't know how we've not scored another, to be honest. Where's Andre the Giant? He plays for... I can't remember where he plays, chat. Who does Andre the Giant play for? He's back in the Netherlands playing. Hoovian, thank you very much for the prime. I appreciate you. Freitas to Cabrera. The centre-back. Bringing it forward. Keita. And Killy. I mean, we're having so much of the play here. I just want to press home the advantage in the first leg and kill off this game if we can. That's a ball. And Dong doesn't quite get there, but they have been trying to play it out from the back, and when we force them to go long, they don't seem to win it. And when they try and play out from the back, we've turned over possession and scored. Tunkara, go left. Llewellyn, loads of space. Loads of players in the middle as well. Why is NDIA gone down? Is he okay? Is he okay? Are we good? He's just having a nap. Has he got an injury, or has he just decided to fake? What's happening? Get the physio on. Yeah, damn right. Come on, Kung Fu. Cure him. Oh, he's still injured. Chat, what's happening? Oh, is he okay? I feel like I'm watching... Are we playing The Sims now? What's happening here? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's going for a little walk. Don't take the corner yet. Let him cross the street. Is he okay? Oh, he's sitting down again. It ain't looking good. There's a gesture coming for the sub. I like the fact he's just gone back down to rolling around on the floor. Is he okay? We're playing strikerless right now. Is that a pen? No. You know what? I'll take him off and bring in Savino. I'm not risking anything. We're 3-0 up. We're absolutely killing them in this game. Granted, the shots have slowed down quite significantly. Maybe Savino can be a little better with the finishing. That would be nice. I don't even know what just happened with the ball there and the injury, but we won't question it. Tunkara, Freitas. We want 4. Give me 4. Give me more. Dukaric to Hunjet. Win that. Oh, Utara reads it like a book. We look like an actual competent football team in these qualifiers. It's meant like we just choke games in the league stage and the knockouts, isn't it? Oh, my word. Sorry, what just happened there? Goal line technology. It crossed the line. It didn't, just to be clear. It didn't. But the referees do have an agenda. I think it's clear to see. Oh, one before the break? Surely not. Oh, imagine. Latifi hits the post. And that's half-time, innit? That has to be half-time. 3-0. It probably should be more. More of the same, please. And Dong's doing well, isn't he? I've heard a case of goal line technology said the ball crossed the line. I don't think I have either. Don't question it. Don't think too hard about it. Okay, there's a kick-off highlight. So if you thought things were going to change after the break, apparently not. They've not yet had a shot on target. We've got an XG of 4 now. At one point, we were at 2 XG with 3 goals. We've had a 2 XG since then and only scored, well, none. Can that change here at kickoff? Freitas, Latifi, and Ndong. Tunkara. I don't really get why Tunkara shot there and Ndong didn't. But let's just not question it too much. Chat, have you ever had a case of the ball crossing the line and it being given as a goal? I don't think so. Okay, keep this alive, Keita. NDIA. Balls launched forward. Savino can't get there. Nkili, Latifi, bringing it forward. Players in the middle. Come on, one more goal at least. Tunkara, Freitas, and Ndong. Bang that. It was nearly it. It was nearly it. Tunkara over the ball. Oh, chat, how are we not winning by more? There's loads of people asking questions in the chat, but I want to pause chat because I can't answer stuff in case it goes in the YouTube video, but there's actually some good questions. Is there an FM competition like last summer? I guess you're talking about the World Cup hero of Carthage. I don't know. My understanding is that FIFA have like a big conference every so often where they basically outline to all the national FAs their plans for the next year in terms of esports stuff. To be honest, I'd rather they have a break for a year from FM and do something when they're closer to the release of the new game coming out, like a few months after it's out and we know the game's stable. Just because I think without any match engine changes, you'll just see the same stuff playing out. The game not having a patch in a year kind of kills it. I think from a competitive point of view, the match engine's kind of been figured out. So yeah, I don't know if it will. And Carter, I did look at Archie Gray at the beginning of the save game. I did. I even gave you a shout out, Carter. I did it. I'm a man of the people. Do I think the Mkhitaryan goal was offside? I've not seen any replays, but I'll just... the VAR said it was offside, so it probably was. Okay, look. It's the 56th minute. I've not made any subs besides the one we were enforced to do. We've been all over them in this game. It'd be so on brand to concede from our first shot on target. I'll be honest, there was part of me that wanted to manifest that there, and I'm not sure why. I was just about to make some subs. But there's another highlight on the hour mark. This feels like the kind of game where I'm going to regret not taking these chances if they get a late goal back and we only have a 2-goal lead. I feel like 4 goals and it feels like job done. 3 goals, there's just a little bit of kind of nervousness because Football Manager does have this weird away goals fetish. I feel like in Football Manager, where in away games the goals just vanish. Like you get weird results across 2 legs in Europe sometimes. 3 goals would never feel like enough. Tunkara, Ndong, Uatara, Llewellyn, touch, inside, bang it. He's not scored in a few in the qualifiers. He scored a load last year. He's added 1 there. Oh, we love it. We love it. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better for all the chances we've wasted. I guess now we can actually make some subs. Llewellyn, the left back, inside. Actually, a very good finish. Denzel Dumfries, eat your heart out. All right, Cabrera's in a booking. Let's bring in Marchessan. Marchessan I do want to give minutes to because I actually think he's quite good. Bring in PP. Latifi's not been great on the left. Let's bring in Real P. We've got PP and Real P. Bring on all the Ps. I've got 1 more sub. I'll save it to be safe. Do I still enter in the first round of the Champo? It's the second round now. We're moving up in the world. We're now entering at the second round. Oh, Freitas. Make it 5, lads. Okay, it's not a great ball in. This has actually been easier than the last game. Astana were better than Maribor. Even though we've scored less so far. Like, we have absolutely killed them in this game. Freitas. I mean, if that goes in, I'm on my feet and I'm just walking out the room. Swap Keita and Marchessan, you know, you are right in terms of footedness. Does it actually make a difference? I'll let you guys be the judge. I'm not sure if it's going to be a win or lose decision in this game here, but I'll make the change for the people. The people who want to see a left-footed player on the left side. Freitas, Llewellyn. See, I've swapped them now, right? And I don't think that change has happened yet. If I'd put them the other way round, that goal never happens. So actually, it's genius. That's what I'm going to claim. See, if I now proceed with the change and swap them, that goal never would have happened. Butterfly effect and all that. I think it's safe to say that we're probably going to go through to the next round at this point. But if we don't somehow, I will have a breakdown. And I think a lot of you are now sat thinking, "Oh, that would be good." Don't think like that, please. Don't be that guy. You want to see Savino stand up and be counted. I hope. There's 10 minutes left. If they get 1 back, do I start to panic? I mean, it would be 5-1. Surely it would be fine. It's going to be fine. It's 5-1. It's 5-1. It's not 4-1, so it's going to be fine. This goal's going to count. He's running off with the ball. They never run off with the ball unless it's a goal. I mean, look, I swapped the centre-backs around and they scored. I'm putting them back, chat. I'm putting them back. I've decided that is the way round I want them for the game. Chat was wrong. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. Chat was wrong to tell me to swap them. Don't do it. Don't score another. Real P, Ndong, Llewellyn. He's on for a hat-trick, the left-back, by the way. Oh, okay. I love the fact he's passed there instead of going for the shot. We had an F. YouTube, are we back? YouTube, are we back? There's just been a goal. We'll rewind and pretend that like the goal never happened, right, chat? We'll just pretend the goal didn't happen and re-commentate it. We never left, never stopped. So it was just Twitch that died. Interesting. Twitch. Twitch takes a little while to reconnect as well. All I'm saying is, chat, Everything was fine till we swapped the centre-backs. Coincidence? I think not. Refresh. I think we're back. Are we back? Hello, Twitch. We're back. You've definitely not missed a goal, which I've now rewound to organically react to so that Harrison can put it in the video and make it look fine. Keita on the ball. I'll tell you what, I'd love to get a goal here to make it 6-1. Wouldn't that be sweet? Llewellyn on for the hat-trick. The left back inside. Okay, Savinio can have the goal instead. Fair enough. It is now 6-1. There you go, chat. Perfect. Harrison, don't worry about showing the replay. That is the art of the fakery. I've had to do that in YouTube videos before where I mess up the commentary for the goal. People sometimes spot it. If you spot it, you're too smart. Okay, full-time here at 6-1. We've absolutely battered them. Harrison, don't worry about showing the second leg. Just join me at the full-time again. Unless we're losing, in which case there'll be a breakdown ensuing right now. To be clear, I don't do that for every goal in YouTube videos, but occasionally when you're doing a YouTube like video commentary, like I'll mess up my words. So sometimes I will re-record the commentary with separate face cam over the goal and then put it in over the live goal. Sometimes I have to rewind the game and do it. There you go, chat, behind the curtain. Sometimes people spot it because it shows the goal in the top left, even though it's not happened yet. Fiera is interesting. Chat, do I sell Fiera? Because he's not really improved since he joined the club. There's question marks over his potential. Injury prone and inconsistent. They've offered me a 40% sell on. I have a lot of centre-backs as well. I think we sell him and hope we can get the sell on. I mean, we signed him for free, so it's £38,000 for nothing if you just completely ignore the fact he's on £2,500 a week. But I feel like that sell on should be quite nice. I want to keep an eye on the Harrison Shepherd sell on in case it goes up. We'll send the Fiora back to Germany. When has that ever backfired? That might be too... Is that too much? It's been like 70 years. I think we're allowed to make references. Actually, is it 80 years? It's 80 years, chat. That's a crisis in itself, isn't it? Not that I was around 80 years ago for the end of World War II, just to be absolutely clear. I think the period of time where World War II jokes are allowed... We're probably in a region where we're allowed to make them again. He ended himself yesterday, 80 years ago. Does that make it, chat? Does that make it into some weird, sick, twisted way a bit fitting? Did Hitler actually die 80 years ago yesterday? God, it's almost poetic. We sell the Fiora the day after Hitler died. To be clear, not a tribute to Hitler that we're selling him. It's just coincidence. Coincidences happen. Chelsea signed Torres. Whenever I hear of a Torres, chat, I think of... what was his name? Eric Torres. Did anyone ever used to sign Eric Torres? He was a Mexican forward. You could sign with Carlos Fierro on like FM14 and was like the GOAT. The Fiora has gone back to Germany, but he's gone for now. Eric Torres is the greatest Torres ever to play football. Well, it's more because I saw a regen called Torres. I think of Eric Torres. I think of Wonder Kid Torres as opposed to Fernando Torres. I'm shocked that we beat Maribor like we did. Also, chat, I've not been saving things today, have I? Bloody hell. I'm living life on the edge. UCL, round 2, leg 2. Also, my keyboard's blinking with low battery. Plug it in. Boom. Sorted. Did I say season 12? No, season 11. It's season 11. Oh, chat, should we check how Lincoln did in Europe? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, you know what? It was nice that they won one round this year. It's sad. We should never have checked it. If I never checked it, maybe they would have come back. Not sure that's how it works, but maybe. Oh, he's injury prone and he's been out for long-term injury. Sadness. Ooh. Is it just because he's quick that I like the look of him? Am I just being bamboozled because he's fast? Like, he's got okay attributes. Like, he is going to turn 17 soon. I'm not wowed. There is also a Thai 17-year-old. Oh, okay. See, this is what I'm looking for, chat. This is how you wow me. You don't actually have to be good at football. You just have to have a fun nationality. And I can be wooed. Sign him up. Who's Diaz here? I've looked at Diaz loads. Don't know why I'm saying it like he's new. I know he's not new. Lee Young Hwan. Determined personality, super consistent. Oh. He is going to turn 19 kind of soon. He's not bad. He's not, like, for $500,000, is he worth a punt? Oh, they nearly scammed me. They want a percentage of sell on. I should have removed it. What right backs do I have currently in my youth academy setup? I need to check it. The issue I've got is, chat, I've got £30 million to spend. I'm struggling to spend it. I feel like right back is an area where I'm not blessed. I've accidentally got goalies still included there. I mean, compared to Samad, I think he might just be worth a punt. Right, second leg against Maribor anyway. Let's do this. We won the first leg so comfortably, we don't have to worry about the commentary for YouTube, Jack. Nice and chilled out. Maybe focus on 4 to 5 star current ability players. JB, I'm going to give you a massive spoiler here, mate. Massive spoiler. Those players don't exist. Otherwise, I would sign them. We're at a weird point where our reputation is so low, I can't sign players with the current ability good enough to get in my team. But having £30 million just sat in the bank doing nothing with it feels like a monumental waste. So I'd rather take a load of random shots at like regens who are 18 that might have potential, and if 1 or 2 of them end up in the first team, then I've probably got my money's worth even without the resells, because I can't really guarantee resale value. Another goal line check, by the way. Two in two games. What's happening today? I mean, Iwatara, just to be clear, Iwatara compared to the guy we were just looking at in chat, like, he's not going to get near Iwatara, but he is quicker. But for 700k, it's just a low-risk investment. Tunkara, Iwatara, Freitas. It's 7-1 on aggregate. Bit slow to get the first goal, but it's fine. Can you check the American youngster that was promising and was under 18? Which player, Mr. Voter? I'll be honest, when we're referring to Yank Bank players, there's been many players in the Yank Bank over the years. Schmet still doesn't want to join. There is part of me, chat, that feels like if I was to lose against Young Boys, it might not be disastrous. I know I shouldn't say the internal dialogue aloud, and I will try and win that game. But a year in the Europa League might wreck the coefficient slightly, but if I could go on a run in the Europa League, it could be worth a lot in reputation. Maybe. NDIA options. The thing is, the Champions League's worth like 30 million, so there is that to consider. Not that I'm desperate for the money right now, but it is quite nice to maintain it coming in. Oh, okay. This, I feel a bit bad for Maribor, if I'm being honest. I think we could probably skip the replays at this point. I'm also a bit concerned if I don't make the Champions League proper, the board are going to be unhappy because the board expectation for this year is to reach the Champions League proper. They now expect that as like a minimum. Tunkara, oh my word. Absolute cinema. What is that? What is that? That's a mad finish. Like, absolutely wild. It's like Lamine Yamal, isn't it? Left foot, in off the post. Bosh. We've had so many less shots in this game compared to the last game, but our finishing's just been better. Oh, we're chilling, aren't we? Hey, Mungo Killer, how are you doing today? I realise probably you should just bring on children now, right? Real P on, a logo on, Savino on. I'm going to even Dong up top. Bring on the teenagers. Oh, the players I'm subbing off are I've just subbed him off and he scored. Okay, Latifi, you can stay on the pitch. You've made your point. Sorry, Real P. In fact, you know what, I'll just do this. Oh, no, it's undone it all. Okay, I have to fix it. Real P on Frankilly. I'm going for more goals, chat. There's blood in the water. Bring on all the teenagers. And bring him... yeah, I'm going to bring in Marchessan. I'm going to shuffle the team around here. Don't want Llewellyn getting sent off. Part of asking, how do I feel about tonight's Leafs game? Oh, I'm looking forward to R2D2. Sorry, I have talked about the fact that if the Leafs were to bottle the 4-1... Well, sorry, 3-0 series lead, there won't be streams next week. Like, no joke, chat, there will be no streams next week if the Leafs bottle it against the Sens. After being 3-0 up in a best-of-7, to lose 4 games in a row is unthinkable. And if it happens, there is no streams next week. Like, I'm not even being dramatic there. Like, that is actually a promise. I'll be in such a bad mood for the entire week. Like, I will be entering a period of mourning, I think. The worst thing is, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch the Game 7. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch Game 7. So I'm going to have to wake up Sunday morning and just smell the flowers if the Leafs don't close it out tonight. I don't want to think about it, chat. I'll be honest. Basically, it puts me in a bad mood imagining that reality. The Leafs have been cacked for years. You should be immune to it. I've never seen the Leafs 2-0 up in a series in over a decade of following this godforsaken team. I have never seen them 2-0 up in a series. I've never seen them 3-0 up in a series. Blowing a 3-0 lead in games is inexcusable. I'll be fine. I think Austin Matthews looks like an AutoZone manager, not a world-class hockey player. Look, he can look like a Zamboni driver for all I care, as long as he gets on the ice and performs tonight. And for people who don't watch ice hockey, like, you don't understand the suffering I've had as a Leafs fan. Like, I thought it'd get better by now. I know there's lifelong fans, like, who didn't have a choice. I feel sorry for them. I made this choice. This is self-inflicted. Like, this is a weird form of self-harm to choose to be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Like, for some people, it's probably a kink to get humiliated like this every year. Not for me. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Why did I choose the Leafs? Because I watched the Dion Phaneuf hit montage and then I decided that Joffrey Lupul and Phil Kessel were my inspirations in life. That's a mad goal by Feta. The YouTube video is never going to see that goal. That is a mad goal. Sounds like being a United fan. I'm not being funny. Being a Leafs fan is nothing like being a Manchester United fan. Manchester United fans don't know how good they've got it. Like, you can have no context as to the history of the Maple Leafs and the suffering they've put their fans through. It's not even comparable to Manchester United. I'm sorry. That is like calling great. That's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's like trying to compare gravy to chocolate sauce. Like, superficially, yeah, they might look a little bit the same. Completely different. One is delicious. One has had sweet times. One has had a bitter taste for forever. I'm fine. I can't explain it. Imagine Tottenham, chat. Imagine Liverpool. The Leafs are like Tottenham, except they've actually won a lot more stuff historically, and they've been ahead in stuff and then choked it. As opposed to Tottenham, who are very rarely in the lead, but just always, finish second. Like, Spursy is bottling like a 1-0 lead and losing 2-1. Leafsy is bottling a 4-1 lead repeatedly through history. That's how I feel. The only happy Leafs memory I can think of in the playoffs, it's not them winning in the first round, because that was erased when they then just choked it in the second round immediately for the first time in my life, watching them make the second round. It was when they came back against the Blue Jackets in the playoffs that time, when there were no fans in attendance. That is the rare good memory I have of this team in the playoffs that I actually cherish. Like, the amount of times a team can be 4-1 up historically and just lose, and then go on to lose to the same teams over and over again. You have no idea. Also, it's 11-2, right, YouTube mode. 11-2 on aggregate, 5-1 in the second leg. Yeah, we couldn't score 6 again. Yeah, we conceded again, but we are through. Okay, now let us resume the Toronto Maple Leafs rant. So, Jack, why are you a Leafs fan? I thought it'd be a good idea. I looked at all the hockey teams out there. I watched a Phil Kessel a Dion Phaneuf hit montage. Phil Kessel was there. Joffrey Lupul was there. JVR was there when I started supporting the Leafs. And I thought, this is a fun team that is just about a rock bottom, and it will probably get better at some point. I didn't want to support a team who were great immediately. I thought, I want to follow a team that have a history of just fucking up and being shit. Because that'll make the sweet times feel sweeter. And somehow, it just hasn't worked. It's just not happened like that. I remember staying up to watch the Leafs draft off Austin Matthews. I remember watching his first ever game where he got a hat-trick in the first period. That might be the greatest night in my life as a Leafs fan. I remember it was on a Sunday night, if I recall, the season opener for Austin Matthews' debut. And I'd work the next day, and I was up till 3 a.m. watching that game, glued to watch him net his fourth. Look at me now. Look what they've done to me. They were 3-0 up. I was a sane man a week ago. After 3 games, I'd never been so happy. I genuinely thought for a moment, maybe this is different. Maybe the Leafs sweep. Wouldn't that be a novelty? It was a novelty. It was a novelty. I'm fine. The Leafs, genuinely, I can't stream if the Leafs lose next week. I will be too upset. It will ruin my mood for a week. Did I just sign Lee for a year? I'll renew it later, chat. I'm too mentally boomed to concentrate on contracts. I'm having an internal crisis, playing out all the possibilities for the Leafs game tonight in my head. And for those of you that have never watched hockey, thinking, surely it can't be like that. No, it really can be like that. Like, if you're a semi-nocturnal English person, or maybe you live in Australia, granted, if you're up in Oz right now, it's quite late anyway, go to bed, wake up in 8 hours, and find the means by which on the internet to watch the hockey. I encourage you, because it could be a generational crash out in the next 2 games. I mean, I'm already sat thinking, blow up the core. JT, Mitch, get out of here. No, I'm at crisis point. Right, Lee is signing for us. I've only given him a 1-year deal. We'll extend it later. You can go over the last 10 decades of Leafs just to explain how bad it is. I don't want to, right? You know what? I've lived through my own trauma. I've just recapped my own trauma quite succinctly. How does Wok feel about the playoffs? She's actually quite neutral to it. Granted, last year when I was watching the Leafs crash out, I was watching it on her iPad in bed next to her. I'm glad she didn't wake up to see me crying. That would have been an awkward thing to explain at like 3 a.m, wouldn't it? It's a good thing you weren't there in 2013. I mean, that is also true. R2D2. I think it was actually watching that game that made me think this is the team for me. Which might be I think that might reflect poorly on me and my life decisions. In fact, I remember watching that recap and going, I can feel the pain of this team. I want to watch them through the healing process. It's not healed! It's not healed! The board are disappointed. Club Vision objective heard. Failed to win a domestic cup. Eh? Huh? What do you mean I failed to win a domestic cup? What do you mean? End of 33-34? It's 33 now. What do you mean? It's saying I failed it for this season, not last season. I'm aware that I lost it last year, chat. Cheers for the reminder, but that is saying I've not done it this year. Several players feel you're responsible for... Sorry, the players think I'm responsible for the fact we didn't win the Rock Cup last year. Let me just rewind for people who weren't here for the Rock Cup final. Let's just... Rewind time, as a wise man once said. How the fuck is that my fault? Answer me that. XG of 2.82. My tactics didn't generate us enough chances. My tactics left us open at the back. What are Bloods waffling about? Discuss the issues. I sense some dissatisfaction. I'm not happy about the photo in a domestic cup. I want to know what you intend to do about it. We win and lose collectively. The blame must be shared in the bad times so we can celebrate together when we win. Fuck off, Llewellyn and Jacobs. Everyone else sees sense. This has gone far enough. Insulted and offended. Absolutely do one. Kick a chair. No, I can't kick a chair because most people reacted well. I want to kick a chair just at Llewellyn. Absolute poppycock. That's right what I needed before this game against Young Boys, isn't it? Just what the doctor ordered. My head's gone. My head has gone. Stop making bids for all my players. Stop it. Round 3. Oh, wait, this is round 4, technically, isn't it? But we just didn't play in the first round. I'm fuming, chat. I'm fuming. I am fuming. Is morale okay in the camp? Mostly fine. I need to have a little calm down here, chat. We've got to clear ourselves mentally here. Because we've all got a bit emotional. And by we all, I mean I've got a bit emotional. And I think it's safe to say it's not productive for our state of mind as we go into our final Champions League qualifying round game against Young Boys. I can't believe that. That's weird that I guess they were talking about the Rock Cup. I don't understand why they're bringing it up now. I might stream before Saturday if there's a Game 7. I might just shut. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow, is the honest answer, because I've got family and friends coming over and I've got some bits to sort. If I do stream tomorrow, it'll just be a shorter stream from 1 o'clock. Just for like an hour or two. It won't be anything too long, I'm afraid to say. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. If the Leafs lose tonight, because I know I can't watch Game 7, it's going to make me even more annoyed. I'm already quite cross with the Leafs. I mean, the 4-0 defeat in the last game. I don't know if I was in Canada or in America and the game was being lost at like 10 p.m. Would that make me feel better? Is the fact I stay up till 3:30 a.m. does that like add to the pain? Does that maybe add to like the emotional turmoil I feel? Like a little bit of sleep deprivation mixed in there. Like I go to bed grumpy. I go to bed grumpy. I cry myself to sleep. Walk's sat there thinking he's probably thinking of other women. I'm sat there thinking about the Toronto Maple Leafs and Austin Matthews scoring 2 goals in 15 playoff games. Thank you, White Will Smith, for the 30 months. New series has been great. Always been a big part of a home fan, but it's nice to see some journeyman shenanigans. Dude, I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was perfectly timed as well as I finished my rant. Okay, let's beat Young Boys. Let's beat Young. That'll cheer me up. Beating up some young children. That's what the doctor ordered. Okay, it's Leafs versus Young Boys. Apparently it's 27 degrees in August. I'm complaining about it being that hot today here in the UK. Let's hope we get a win. Team news-wise, we are at full strength. There is a question mark over, do we keep with NDIA or do I bring in maybe Savino? I think I'm going to go with NDIA in this game. Although Savino, like, I am going to try and rotate him in a little bit more. Good news, no injuries, no suspensions. Not necessarily expecting this to be as straightforward as the last couple of Champions League ties. Did I say Leafs versus Young Boys? I'm having a rant about the Maple Leafs YouTube viewers. It's Apex v... Where are we? My head's gone. Chat, my head is gone. All I can think about is the NHL playoffs. Why have I put the Leafs jersey behind me? I'll redo it for Harrison. Okay, final game of the Champions League knockout. Well, no, it's not knockouts, is it? Let me do that again. Oh, chat, I'm so boomed talking about ice hockey. I'm so boomed. Okay, final qualifying round to reach the Champions League proper. Young boys are our opposition. The Swiss side have Torre here as their main striker. I'll be honest, he is the best striker we've come up against thus far in this qualifying run. Don't necessarily expect this to be, well, as simple as our previous game. And I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. The second leg in the Wankdorf Stadium. I really hope YouTube's automatic detection doesn't demonetize this video. It probably will do, though. Now, in terms of team news, no injuries, no suspensions, no rotation necessarily. We've looked really dominant, not expecting this to be as straightforward as the previous couple of games, but at home, I'd love to see us kick on and get an advantage here. I'm frustrated, chat. Right, the roof is required. I need the inspiration. Show me it. Come on! It doesn't feel like a true Champions League game until I watch the roof cutscene. Like, when we move stadiums or the stadium gets expanded, it is going to make me feel sad. Freitas Latifi, NDIA, through. Can he finish? No. Keeper saves it. That was 2 minutes in, by the way. Right, and Killy crosses it in. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that to lead to a goal straight after the previous shots missed. It is 1-0. Have they got Keller in goal? I assume that's not... No, it's not Kellerer, is it? It's literally a bloke called Keller. I thought their goalies were good. He looked awful there. Is Marvin Keller good? He's not bad. He's not bad, is he? Also, my tummy's rumbling. I'm hungry. I'm sad about the Leafs. I've got to stay up till 3 a.m. watching hockey, and it's just going to be pain and suffering. Everything's fine. Edit that bit out, Harrison. YouTube can't know I'm having an internal meltdown about the hockey. Latifi tries to get forward. NDIA battling. In Dong. Forward. Through. Options in the middle. Goes on his own. Latifi, you dingus! I've not seen a Latifi bottle it like that since, well, Abu Dhabi. I won't say the year. I don't want to trigger the fans. Sorry to the LH lovers out there. I guess LHL, the Lewis Hamilton lovers. Latifi. Well, it just ends. It just ends. Chat, I'm all over the place. Mentally boomed. Leafs haven't even played today. I like the fact we have to enter YouTube mode and then I can go back to having a little crisis where I know there's bits that Harrison's going to edit them out. What would be funny is if he just included all the meltdown bits. And Killy, let's make it 2! Cabrera heads it over. I wanted to see it happen again. What would be funny is if Harrison just edited out all the actual Football Manager bits and it was just me being like schizophrenic, having crisis about F1 and hockey and stuff. Oh, the internet just died. YouTube, are you still here? YouTube, are you still here? I think you're still here. The internet's died for everyone else, but YouTube lives. I should change the Twitch server. I don't really get it. It can't be an internet issue, can it? I feel like at this point, I feel like the issue I have, sometimes it does affect YouTube, but the fact it doesn't consistently affect YouTube makes me think it must be a software issue. It must be a software issue. I'll have to look at other multi-streaming solutions. I don't really want to change it in case I break it some more. Also, I keep getting pinged on on Discord. It's just my own bot to let me know I'm live streaming. Because every time the stream lives, I get notified. Twitch, we're back! Hello? Did you miss anything? I don't think there was anything that actually happened there at the end. We're back. Simulcasting on Twitch is super buggy and not very good, it seems. I don't know. I think it's probably a niche fringe issue for me. I don't think people have consistently that many problems. The reality is, chat, if I wasn't able to multi-stream, I would only stream on Twitch and not on YouTube. Which might sound really weird, because a lot of you guys do watch on YouTube, but the reality is that in terms of revenue made, Twitch makes me a lot more money from streaming than YouTube does. Which I know some people would not be happy with. I realise now anyone who's like, YouTube superior is now like, actually keep the multi-streaming. Do the multi-streaming still. Did you guys see the Nkili corner kick? It was headed over. It never led to anything. Okay, half-time in this game. 12 goals, 1.2 XG. All those chances. Just the one goal, though. Feel like we need to press home this advantage more. I am a little bit concerned about Uatara on another booking. You know what? PP, on you come. Freitas has been awful through the middle, but I think I've just got to show a bit of blind faith in him here. Twitch makes more because you neglect us. Fake news. Keita. Where are we going? Tunkara. Through the middle. Llewellyn. Plays it forward. Latifi. NDIA. Is he on? The ref raised his hand. That normally means it's off. I want to believe he's on. Oh, he is on. Okay, well, we'll take that. Tunkara through the middle, charging away. Llewellyn, left back. That ball to Latifi was sensational. And NDIA, easy finish. If he'd missed that, I would have been fuming. Oh my word, they're going for a long throw. Watch out! Okay, that might have been an overreaction considering how long that throw actually ended up being. Torre for them. He is their scary striker, Torre. Right much for them. NDIA. We're chilling. We're chilling. Let me relax. Get another goal. We're cooking. Look at that. Look at the passing. Look at the moving. It's sexy. It's sensational. Nkili. Llewellyn. Go right. Oh, I love it. I love it. If there's a goal at the end of this, it's goal of the year. Oh, there is. I mean, I feel like the fact that the first shot didn't go in probably removes the ability for it to be a goal of the year. That is a wild goal. Perez cuts inside. Bang. Crossbar ground. Latifi nods it in. 3-0. We are chilling. Oh, life's good. I was worried about this game. I'm still, like, not thinking it's completely done, but they've not had a shot on target. Does feel like now when it comes to Champions League qualifying rounds, we're at a level where we get through these as a seeded team relatively comfortably. I said it kind of tentatively there because I don't want to jinx it. There's still a little bit of football to be played here. Let's get in some fresh legs. And Logo on as well. I'll save one sub just in case. I feel like a fourth goal kills off this tie. 57% of the ball. We've had so many shots. They've not had a shot on target. Bath. Wide to Keita. Options in the middle. Williams. And Dong. We love that. What we'd love more is a fourth goal. And Dong, Keita, they're just having their own little game of piggy in the middle. Keita plays it wide to Bath. Latifi, a Logo. Where are you going, a Logo? Latifi, Llewellyn. Through the left-hand side. Inside. Oh, Latifi's got another. Latifi has another. This is the second greatest day for people called Latifi ever. Behind that one time when Latifi, the F1 driver, was fastest in a practice session because it rained. Bit of a scrappy goal, but we don't care. We wanted to make sure we pressed home our advantage in this first leg. We have done that. Go Tifi, clear. Oh, imagine another. If we get 5, it really takes the jeopardy out the second leg, doesn't it? I mean, on the one hand, I'm kind of happy. that we're able to cruise through these qualifying rounds. On the other, like, it's a bit sad in some ways that we're winning so well. I want some jeopardy. I want some excitement in my life. Williams, have a go. Oh, Latifi. Is that a hat-trick in the game, or is that his fourth? That's his hat-trick. What a crazy goal that is. I was a little bit worried that we hadn't really replaced Palmer when he got injured. Latifi, I'm going to be honest, I think he's up to the task for the year. At least until Palmer comes back. Like this guy, he's 20, he's improving still quite a lot. I like him as a player. Like, his technicals aren't great, but he's got really good mentals as an attacker, decent physicals, and he's just doing the business here. 5-0. I'm going to say it. I don't think we need to worry about the second leg. Editor Harrison, take us to the end of the next game, or to me having an internal meltdown if they're like 4-0 up. Oh, okay, chat. We love that. Latifi, 10.0 rating. Yes, please. We're not making any changes, are we? Squad's good for the Champions League. Look at all these players, by the way, chat. We've had a load of players. I don't know if you noticed the inbox items coming through. Load of players now eligible to play for Gibraltar, which is exciting. I don't know when the next international break is, but in terms of the national pool, there's a lot of the Americans that we signed that are now available. I kind of wish that even if you weren't the national team manager, you could look at the national pool of like players available to be called up. I feel like that would be quite good. Jack Kalinowski turns 18. Oh, yeah. Is he still good? Do I use training schedules? No. Team training has an effect in FM, but nothing kind of that I'd concern myself with. He looks good, doesn't he? Does he want to join me now? He'll join me when he turns 18. We can get the scout report now. I feel like if you min-max everything in Football Manager, the game becomes far too easy. And I don't even think training has that bigger an impact, but I just think it's one of those things that, like, you don't need to do to be successful. Obviously, when I'm streaming the game and playing it for videos, there is like a rate at knots at which I have to play through videos. Like, I have to play the game at a certain pace anyway. Tunkara's going to be injured for the second leg. That's annoying. But just in general, yeah, I don't think team training makes that bigger a difference. You can use the player search filter by partially Gibraltarian and untick Gibraltar Apex players. I wish that was true. But the issue is you have players like NDIA, right, who's been in the country for 2 years. He's taken up Gibraltarian citizenship to play, to get EU nationality, but he wouldn't be eligible for the national team for 2 more years anyway. So sadly, the nationality filter doesn't work. Because players can pick up the nationality, in 2 years. They're just only eligible after 3 further years. We're chilling. NDIA is now listed as our key player. You love to see it. To be fair, he's been very, very good as our goalie. I wonder if we make the Champions League proper, if that'll help with the reputation with a week left of the transfer window. What was the open promise? Let's have a look. What promise have I forgotten about? I told Ludwig he'd play in his preferred role. That might be a lie. I'm not sure. I tell you what, chat, it's going to be well awkward if we now choke here in this game. After I've just recorded a throw at the end of the last game. But I think we're going to be okay. Also, it is so hot in this room. Like, there is no airflow when the doors and windows are closed. And I just feel like I'm getting warm air blown at me. Like, it's no longer cool, the air blown at me. It's just warm air being cycled. I feel sticky, chat. Like, not good. There's no such thing as good sticky either, is there? Anyway, my shirt is stuck to my back. It's going to smell like a gym in here. I'm immune to the smell because I'm sat in it. When I open the door and go out and come back in, it's going to smell like a changing room. And I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, well, we should... Like, we're 5-0 up. If we get one goal here, we are just chilling, aren't we? Okay, we're chilling. I really thought Young Boys would give us a proper game. Like, their team looked quite good on paper. But they have just been second best in absolutely everything in this game here. Freitas's finish was really, really nice. I love that. 1-0. Apex are beating Young Boys. I think they're pounding Young Boys. Is 6-0 a pounding in the technical terminology of football commentary? I realise that is an awful sentence with no context. We're beating them handsomely. That's what I meant. We're not beating up children, just to be clear. I realise that actually now I feel like the phrasing sounds even worse than that, doesn't it? Like, I don't condone the beating of children. Is it worth getting an AC unit? I have one, but I can't run it when I'm streaming. Like, AC units are loud, chat. Like, there is not many air conditioning unit solutions that aren't very noisy, sadly. I wouldn't get picked up on camera. Or not on camera, on a microphone. What are they doing at the back? What are they? They're not very good. Is it worth getting a quad AC unit? I wish such a thing existed. I'm in a rental chat, so it has to be a portable aircon unit. And portable aircon units are just not quiet. Plus, the other issue with aircon is you have to have, especially if you're using a portable unit, you've obviously got to have the nozzly bit outside. So I'd have to stick it out my window, but then I'm leaving my window open, and then, like, let's just say all sorts happens on the road that I live on. Can I trust members of the public not to shout out stupid stuff? I'm not sure I can. What's the outside temp where I am? Like 28 degrees, 29 degrees today, but it's even hotter inside. Yeah, it's toasty today in the UK. Okay, well that's a quality goal by Savino on off the bench. We are going to fly through to the Champions League proper. Weird that we've had such a good campaign so far. I didn't expect it to be this straightforward. It's been very chill. I just realised our next game is against Magpies in the Rock Cup. Not the Rock Cup. I lost them in the Rock Cup. In the Pepe Reyes Cup. I want revenge for the Rock Cup. Anna, you are obsessed with the coefficient, my friend, aren't you? I've noticed that about you. Anna, you are the coefficient Charlie of the chat. That's your new title. I feel like every time I stream and we're in Europe, you're just like, check the coefficient. It's like... Apex score 1 goal. We need to see if it's been updated. I can tell you now, we're still going to be in 22nd and not moving for a little bit, mate. I feel like for me, I like to check the coefficient like twice a year, if that. Like it doesn't change more by me looking at it more. I like to be patient. Check it now, you conceded. Just keep checking it. Get all the data. tell you what, I would quite like to win on the night still. Oh, okay. NDIA has had a blunder there. But if there's a game to have a blunder, maybe it's this one. What happened here? It's not great goaling. I'm going to skip. I don't need to see the rebound. All right, Freitas. I would like to win this game because that does help the coefficient, if I'm not mistaken, winning on the night. I'm not sure what pot we are in the Champions League, but the thing is, your pot for the Champions League doesn't really matter because you always play two teams from pot 1, 2 teams from pot 2, 2 teams from pot 3, and 2 teams from pot 4. Like, it's a bit of a shame, really, that club coefficient doesn't actually mean a great deal anymore. Like, obviously, it means more for the people you're playing against, but it doesn't actually change your, like, schedule at all. Wow, okay, well, they came back to win 3-2. That's awkward. At least we won the first leg 4-0, am I right, chat? Imagine if they score 4-4 now. It's not happening. Okay, well, we were 2-0 up in this game and we've somehow lost 3-2. I'm very grateful that we won the first leg 4-0. It was a 50-50 game. They had some good finishing. Hurtado here got the winner. To be fair, he's not a bad little player in his own right, but despite that goal, we are going to make it to the Champions League proper. Who else went through here? Hadjuk went through as a lower seeded team. Cody Gakpo's goals for Copenhagen, not enough. Granted, looking at the Cody Gakpo that they've got to work with, it's not quite what you imagine, is it? Oh, chat, you'd love to see it. £12 million in the bank. Who are we playing? Who are we playing? Newcastle, Real Madrid, Benfica, Roma, PSV, Atalanta, Valencia, Rennes. I think that's awful. I could be wrong. I think that's an awful, awful draw. Because the weird thing is, right, for more competitive countries like Spain, France and Italy, where the clubs competing change year to year more, they tend to end up in the lower pots because obviously their coefficient isn't as good. Whereas, like, say, a Ukrainian team like Shakhtar, if they consistently make the league stage, they'll actually end up in, like, pot 2 or pot 3. It's like, whilst teams like Valencia and Rennes are theoretically in a lower pot, that's just because they appear in the Champions League less frequently rather than every year to build up points. I mean, it's probably winnable, but that's not good. Like, there's not a freebie in there. Like, maybe PSV's the game you look at as the most of a freebie. Not that there's loads of freebies in the Champions League, but with respect, I would take a Dynamo, a Celtic, a Hajduk, a Shakhtar, a Partizan, probably a Bruges, Besiktas, Slavia Prague, Salzburg, like a Feyenoord. Basically, I think out of the 36 teams competing, I could pick out 12 teams I'd rather play than any of the teams I've been drawn against. I think we can beat a fair few of these on the night, but I don't think it's that winnable. No, I'm not being funny. Like a team like Rennes are the worst team that we're set to play. Oh no, Valencia are the worst team we're set to play. Like, Guerrera is their key man. Like, in terms of seeding, they're the worst. They've still got players like Mamadashvili here as their goalie. This is the worst team I have to play. Like, it's a horrific draw. Like, anyone who says this is a win, like, they have so many players better than my players. And they're the worst team I've got drawn against. It's probably the worst draw you could get. Like, literally. Like, this is a horrific... Like, this game on paper is not winnable. I don't think Rennes are much... Like, Rennes and Villarreal... Was it Villarreal or Valencia? It was Valencia. Like, look at this. Chat, I'm cooked. I'm going to have to do so well here. Like, all of their players on paper are just better than my equivalent player. I mean, it's not stopped us before. I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. Also, when it comes to winning coefficient points, like, I don't think the quality of the opposition matters. And if it does, it'll be based on the team's coefficient. And some of these, as I've just mentioned, kind of have weighted lower coefficient scores versus their quality because they just don't play in it every year. That's an awful draw. There's literally no other way around it. That is a draw where I think we are second favourites for every game except maybe PSV. Maybe PSV was Even then, like, you'd say on paper their team is probably still better than ours. Like, if I just compare Black here to Keita, who's probably our best centre-back. It ain't good, Chief. It ain't good. We are probably second favourites for every game looking at it there. And Newcastle are like in pot one. They've got Zabanya at centre-back. Gravenberch, Arda Güler, Rutter's great in FM. Harwood Bellis is good. Curtis Jones. One awful draw. I mean, like, players like Isak, at least he's older, but he's still very good. I can't believe how bad it is. And yeah, you don't drop to the Europa if you don't go through. That is the other thing. It's the disadvantage of not having the old format. It's not like there's kind of a plan B. Chat, getting 10 points. If we get 10 points, it'll be a massive achievement this year. I think that goes without saying. I just feel sad. Right, we got Magpies. I should have rested up the players before this game. Also, Iwatara's natural fitness is very low, like noticeably so. I feel like he's never fit for the next game when he plays, if he needs to play twice in a week. No rep boost from the Champions League proper. Minor one, but like nothing that we've not experienced before. Sadly. I'll tell you what, chat, my vibe's been killed by that draw. That's an awful draw, isn't it? Like, I actually can't believe how bad it is. Is PP improving? No. PP, I wish you were improving. Oh yeah, I trained him to play right back. I forgot about that. I needed the versatility. Actually, I do wonder, is Bath better than PP at centre-back? Wait, chat, did you just see what I've just spotted? Can you spot it? Can you spot what I've spotted? It's on this screen. He's Gibraltarian. Devin Bath, Gibraltarian. Wait, does that mean Williams is Gibraltarian too? Mate, come on. Don the shirt. Don the shirt, my friend. If Williams and Bath both play for Gibraltar, like, Gibraltar can legitimately be good. I'm still annoyed that the Gibraltar job isn't coming available. I'm weighing up if maybe at the end of this year we add a manager in the Gibraltar job, then instantly resigns, the job becomes free and I can apply for it. It's kind of an ongoing known issue in this kind of save game, right? Where you have a nation like Gibraltar where the expectations are really, really low, that they just never sack their manager or change their manager. Just because, like, he never underperforms because the expectations are just in the bin. Also, you can't see it, chap. If I go to top players, is this top? Oh, okay, top players doesn't take you where I thought it'd take you. Is Bath in this list now? No, he's not been called up yet. If I just hide my face for a moment. Look, Devin Bath is there. Duru, Gibraltarian. When did Duru play for Gibraltar? Did I miss that? Apologies, Duru. Has Wooster played yet? Oh, chat, Wooster's going to be... Chat, Gibraltar's about to be good. Gibraltar's actually about to be good. Is there any other young English players that I signed? I did sign like one or two. I mean, Porter here is 19. So at the end of next year, he can be Gibraltarian. And there's also Isaac Davis here, who will get it at the end of next year if he doesn't play for Wales first. Wait, did Gibraltar beat Scotland and I missed it? Oh, chat, that's well funny. Gibraltar ahead of Scotland and Azerbaijan in World Cup qualifiers. That's really funny. Oh, Whitey's turned up, chat. No one let Whitey know that Scotland lost to Gibraltar. Was it at Hampden Park too? Oh, it was. Maradona, chat. Maradona got the goal. Shall we watch it? How did it go in? Oh, my goat. That's so funny. Cliff Garcia, Maradona, Mason Groves, Dutch Oven, Aiden Heaven. It's just a load of my players, isn't it? Like, half the team is just like alumni of oh, not chat. I've just soft locked the game. When did I last save Football Manager? I've hit a really rare bug there, and I knew immediately I'd done it. I've just soft locked my game. Oh my god, that's going to give me a completely different Champions League draw and everything. I'm in pain. Can I have a cry? Can I just have a cry for a bit? The game gets stuck, chat. This is a known issue when you go in and out of match reports quickly. Oh, the game is just stuck. What do I do? I mean, oh, I'm really upset about that. The game is stuck at this point. I might as well just restart the game quickly. That's so annoying. I'll restart the game. I've not had that bug happen to me in like 6 months. I mean, what do I do? I don't really want to have to redo the Young Boys games, I'm going to be honest. We'll see when the last save was. I definitely saved before the first Young Boys game. I think I have auto saves on every 2 weeks. But I think we only had gone forward 10 days. Honestly, I'd be tempted just to instant result the Young Boys games until we win. Just go through. And then just take the new draw and have to explain it in the YouTube video. That's so annoying. I'm just sad now, chat. That's deflated me. I'm not going to lie. That's killed my vibe and my groove. I think I've auto-save set on every fortnight, but we'd only played 10 days since I think I'd last saved. Sometimes I have autosaves on every week, but because I've been managing in the Journey Manager in my new country, where it's a 26-game season and there's big gaps between, the game was auto-saving. It's literally the first leg. Oh. Okay, Editor Harrison, I'm going to record an intro here explaining that we had a soft lock in the game and I've got to replay the games. So we'll get a new Champions League draw, but I'm just going to instant result the matches. We'll do that. That's the only solution I can come up with. So, YouTube, you just saw me beat Young Boys in the second leg, and then I've managed to soft lock the game. So what I've got to now do is just replay these games, instant resulting them until I get the wins, and I'll join you for our new Champions League group stage draw. I'm sorry, the game crashed, and I am sad about it. Harrison, because you're going to watch this back, earlier on, don't include the draw with the 8 games that we had before. Just basically cut after the second leg match bit where it's like, hey, we made it through, yay, but we bowled it 3-2. Then include that, then we'll go to the new draw here. I hope that's okay, that makes sense. Oh, chat, there's literally no point in including the old draw in the video because it's only going to make people in YouTube who don't have the full context complain. Chat, what did I do in the last... I'm now not going to win this game, no, my luck. What did I do in the last week of significance? Okay, we won the first leg 3-0. Tunkara got 2 and didn't get injured. He got injured in the other universe. Reddit are going to be livid, true. So the way this bug works, chat, by the way, so when you go into a match, right, sometimes it generates the match report. If it's like not cached properly. If I go to like a game from a few seasons ago, it like has to load in the match report and it comes up with like a loading bar here. And the bug is basically if you go in, I think it's like if you go into a match report and then click, I'm now not going to be able to repeat it. It's like not a consistently reproducible bug. If I just watch one goal, I think I middle mouse clicked for it that time. So basically, as it loads back into the match report, if you click just at the wrong time... I didn't click at the wrong time there. Okay, I'm now going to try and reproduce the... Okay, well, maybe I've not even... You can see how buggy this gets very quickly. Now it's just showing me the whole game. I don't want the whole game. I'm now trying to recreate the crash. But basically, it comes with a generated match report and just gets stuck at... I mean, you saw what happened before. But now I'm not going to be able to reproduce it. I'm not going to spend an hour trying to make it happen again. Basically, it's like if you click too quickly. That's so annoying. That's really killed my mojo. Should we just act shocked that Scotland lost to Gibraltar again? Did I save the first Young Boys result with no injury and good goal difference? Not yet. I'll save it before the first leg. I hate having to do this, chat, but there's literally not really a better solution. I'm more annoyed about the fact that the draw's going to be different because as much as the draw was awful, it would have actually been quite fun. And now when I win the Champions League in like 10 years' time, people will go, but remember in season 11... Basically, you have to just treat it as a completely alternative timeline. I'm just sad. Am I allowed to be sad? I mean, there's literally nothing else I can do about it. Let's just quit the save game. Should we just end the save game? It's made worse, chat, by the fact... I've got it on monthly. You know what? Let's put it on fortnightly. That wouldn't have even saved me. But literally, I normally have it on weekly or fortnightly, and I changed the auto-save frequency because of the Journey Manager save game. To be fair, that bug, I think, is exacerbated by custom skins, the match report bug. I think that's the second or third time I've had it happen over like 5,000 hours playing this game. So I can't really be that mad. Was the K2 contract offer pre-thing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I did that much between games, chat, to be honest. Yeah, K2's got his new contract. Delgado can now be called up for Gibraltar. There's loads of my players about to be eligible. The national team's about to pop off. Right, let's save the game. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm not going to do the Pepe Reyes Cup, chat. My mojo's been killed. Imagine if we now lose the second leg and have to save scum it to get the same result. Imagine. Okay. Wait, chat. Wow, we went through in extra time there. Was it 7-3 on aggregate last time? I think we've got the same aggregate score there. 3 goals in extra time. Cliff Garcia and a logo with them. You love to see it. Uatra scored an own goal to take it to extra time. I'll tell you what, I thought I was going to be there forever trying to get 7-3 to happen again. I've got the exact same score. Okay, we've got £12.69 million to get into the Champions League, and our fixtures have been revealed. Arsenal, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Barcelona. That is horrific. Oh, my word. Marseille, Villarreal, Shakhtar and Dynamo. I guess Shakhtar and Dynamo are winnable. Villarreal and Marseille are probably the other two I have to look at. That top 4 is absolutely horrific. Suboptimal. Suboptimal, I think, is the best thing to say there. Now, I think this draw's maybe not as bad because you've got Shakhtar. It's weird, chat. I think this draw would produce more points than the last draw because you've got Shakhtar and Dynamo. But if you just looked at the average strength of the team, I think this draw's harder. Can we all mutually agree that whilst they are quite radically different fixtures in terms of the difficulty to get out, it's probably at about the same level? Like, Dynamo and Shakhtar we should win. Which is, I couldn't say about the other games, but those other draws, like, they're no freebies. I think in the last draw we would have been more competitive in all 8 games. In this draw, there's going to be some I'm not competitive in. It's not a great draw either way. Quick break the game again. I'm fine, chat. Just smile the pain away. It's unfortunate. I can't do anything about it, chat. Just got to make the most of the situation. Unfortunate that we got that soft lock. Should we save the game now to be safe? At least we got the 7-3 aggregate score. I kind of want to produce the bug again, try and reproduce the bug again. What did I do before, chat? I watched a goal. I think it's like if you go back and forward and then hit... If I spam back now, it didn't do it. I really want to recreate the issue. I think you have to watch a goal, then hit back as like the goal ends. I don't even know what I did. I wasn't paying that much attention. I just know I've had the bug before, so I knew exactly what was happening. I did it too early. I think if you actually just mash backwards and forwards in match reports, like the game is stuck now for a bit. I really want to recreate the bug, chat. I'm not sure why. I'm just trying everything I can to make it lag. I watched the Maradona goal. Then what did I do? Did I go... Oh, I think I... Did I go into a player profile? I think I did this. Then went double-click back. That worked that time. Do I have to click back slowly? I think I have to watch a goal. Because then it generates the match report again. And it bug going back into it. You know, Jack's bored of the save game, but just not true, Harvey. To be clear, chat, I'm loving this save game. Anyone who thinks I'm not enjoying it, I can only assume you've not watched much of my content. This is my favourite kind of save game. Tell you what, and Dong's getting better. I think I could be wrong here. Did I do... Like, go into one match report. Then did I mash back? Was it that I mashed back through, like, this? I don't even know how I managed it, chat. Oh, it's because I watched the Scotland goal, didn't I? To be clear, chat, I like trying to break the game. I used to work in QA on Football Manager. So, like, this kind of stuff I just enjoy. That might sound weird to some people. I think I need to just pick a random-ass game that's a little bit in the past. So the game has to load it. I think I know the sequence break here. So I do this, then I go look at a couple of players. Just recreate this in case it's important. Because, see, it generates the match report when you go back in. So what I think I did is I went and looked at a different match. So I did this sequence. Then I watched watch a goal in a different match. So I've got two player match reports cached at once. And I think did I just then mash back? I think I click right as it loads in. I think you have to click as well right as it loads in, like frame perfect. Which I'm not sure I can reliably do. I really want to break it, chat. I just want to recreate the issue so I know how to avoid it. You know what? This is not fun to watch. We got the Pepe Reyes Cup, which I'll do tomorrow on stream if I'm live tomorrow. There is a little bit of a question mark over streaming tomorrow as well, chat, I'm afraid to say. Obviously, it's May Day on Monday. I've just got friends and family visiting and stuff over the weekend, and there's lots of stuff to sort tomorrow. And I want to make sure there is a YouTube video for you lot to watch on Monday and Tuesday, even though I'm going to be busy over the weekend. But I think stopping now makes the most sense. If I am live tomorrow, it will be from 1 o'clock. If I'm not live by 1:30, please eat your food if you're holding off lunch. And watch the YouTube video instead. That'll be going up at midday. Chat's given me an alternative suggestion for how I did the crash, and I want to test it. So I went here. So I've loaded up one match report. And I go to, a player. Then I watch a goal in one of these games. Did I just mash continue? Is that what I did? I could just watch the VOD. I like breaking the game, chat. I find this interesting because I'd like to try and work out what went wrong. I should watch the VOD back. I'll do it later. Yeah, I can't get it to go. Oh, chat, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I'll work it out so I don't do it again next time. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? To avoid those kind of issues. Good news, we're able to recreate the 7-2 result, I suppose, if I want to try and find a positive. We are going to be back maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will be on Monday with more Apex. Champions League draw has Barcelona up first, which should be fun. Opening league games against Lincoln. Magpies in the Pepe Reyes Cup as well. I'll tell you what, it's all action to start things. Okay, chat, I'm really sorry to end the stream on a bit of a down note. I was actually going to play the Pepe Reyes Cup, but I'll be honest, just that whole game crashing and getting stuck thing is kind of just a bit of a vibe killer. So I am very sorry about that. Like I said, I will hope to be live tomorrow, but there is I'd say it's 50-50 in all honesty. If I'm not live, there will still be a YouTube video, and there will be content back on Monday, as you've come to expect. Obviously, if you're off work on Monday because you're in the UK, come and hang out with me. And if you're not off work, go to the toilet and watch on your phone and don't let your boss know where you are. Gang, I'm going to leave things there for today. I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out. If I don't catch you tomorrow, have a lovely weekend. I'm going to hit the outro screen, and I'll see you next time for more.